change, you don't need to give up on me. I'm saving us from falling, cause I'm sailing on my own this time. Keep your mind, save your time, put the blame on me. Now I know this can be loving, so I'd rather be alone this time. I'll make it on my own this time. Cause I play to win, but this time I give up. This silly game, cause I've lost enough. It's my only way not to lose all I've got.
You are now tuning in to Infrared Late Night Radio, where we will play select classics. Welcome to the smooth infrared. Shut the fuck up! Smooth infrared Late Night Radio. You are now tuning in to the infrared live stream as you hear my buttery smooth voice. And ladies and gentlemen, we are getting right into the meat of the stream. Another late stream because Haas has severe insomnia, which leads him to wake up at 4 p.m. during the day. Something he will hopefully solve by tomorrow. You are now tuning in to the late night infrared broadcast. Stay tuned for the most golden, top tier content that unfortunately those who are asleep will not be able to witness until they wake up.
I make it on my own this time. 'Cause I play to win, but this time I give up. This silly game, 'cause I've lost enough. It's my only way not to lose all I've got. For a change, you don't need to get off on me. I'm saving us from falling, 'cause I'm sailing on my own this time. Keep your mind, save your time, put the blame on me. Now I know this can be loving, so I'd rather be alone this time. I'll make it on my own this time. 'Cause I play to win, but this time I give up. This silly game, 'cause I've lost enough. It's my only way not to lose all I've got.
Good morning, Revolution.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Infrared live stream. Today we're going to be doing a lot of things that have been going on. Well, today, are you ready to rumble? We're going to be doing some NASCAR today. As you can see, the cars flying by the nearest intersection of the nearest lane, and we're going really fast. As you can see, it's a WrestleMania Battle Royale, and I have the new Haas announcer voice, and I'm going to have this voice for the entire duration of the stream. Are you ready to rumble? I'm already out of breath. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. All right, so guys, listen. In all seriousness, I'm gonna go see Jackson soon. I'm going to LA soon to go visit Jackson. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. I might do it in September because that's when the college kids come back and we want to do like the Steven Crowder Ask Me Anything content. that'd be legendary, right? So I want to go with him. Imagine me and Jackson doing that content together. Wouldn't that be fucking legendary? Yeah, maybe late August or something. I don't know. I'm still talking to my law school. Well, yeah, thank you so much. I went to
school in Frankfurt and they taught me FBI agents work for a wage and are the true proletariat.
Yeah, it's this discourse again. Thank you so much, Clef. Yeah, I might talk about that a little bit. I feel like this discourse isn't really popular. I feel like people don't really like it, and I don't know why, you know? Are you going to the CPI Chicago? Okay, actually, I didn't talk about this. But no, I'm not going to be going to CPI Chicago. I will not be going to this one. And I think I'm not going to because they have, I think there was like a scheduling thing where they had other speakers lined up for this one because I got to speak at the other one, right? So there was people they wanted to speak. So they're going to have them speak at this one. So, yeah, that's probably, yeah. So I'm not going to be going to it. I will be doing a pre-recorded video, though, for one of these segments. So I'll be there in spirit, right? I'll be there in spirit, but no, I'm not going to be there in person. I will be having a pre-recorded video. A very brief one, you know. And you guys will be able to see me there, right? But, you know, if you're in Chicago or whatever, still encourage it. You know, it's going to be a lot of cool people there.
Sleepyhead gorillas wake up.
Thank you so much, Stratos. Appreciate you. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cool people there. But, yeah. Anyway, I have some stuff I can't talk about, but in a few weeks, there's going to be a big surprise. Big surprise. Big fun surprise. But look, the thing I'm focused on right now, you guys want to know my plans? I want to start waking up at 11. And I want to start streaming at 4 or 6 p.m. I do not want to do these late night streams anymore, right? And the reason I want to do them is because it is quite simply a miracle that like as many people tune in for these as they do. To be honest, the fact that we get like, you know, over 300 people every time I stream at like 12, it's pretty fucking miraculous. But it's not sustainable. It's not going to, you know, the channel's not going to grow. The channel's not going to grow for a few reasons, right? Because during the day, I'm not going to have any time to edit thumbnails for clips. I'm not even going to edit clips. This whole schedule I have is fucking completely off. It's totally fucking out of whack, right? So I gotta fix my sleep schedule. And then once I do that, I'm pretty confident the YouTube will grow like it has never grown before. If I get back into my grind, where it will be good, right? I'm putting a pause on that writing that I was doing because I want to focus on the YouTube for like 2 weeks. For like 2 weeks straight, I want to grind the fuck out of this YouTube, right? And then once I get to like a certain number of subs or concurrent viewers, I'll go back to the writing. So I think I'm going to start focusing more on the live streams for the next month or the next 2 weeks. because the way it's been working, I mean, listen, put it this way. Last night, I tried to go to bed at 4 after a very disastrous case of diarrhea. I had a horrible case of diarrhea. I went to bed at 4. I was on the toilet for like an hour and a half, okay? And then I went to bed and I could not sleep. And the reason I could not sleep, because my heart was racing, because my metabolism was active, right? I didn't fall asleep till like 8 a.m. And then I woke up at 4. You know, my itineraries are... that takes like... I have to make that more efficient. I spend like 2 hours just going through my itinerary every day. Reading DMs, emails, Discord mod, and in showrunner stuff. You know, that takes, oh god, that alone takes like fucking 2 hours every fucking day, right? There's always something new every day I have to deal with. There's never any just like chill days where nothing's going on. Every single day I gotta manage some shit, right? I don't know how Jackson does it. I don't know. Yeah. Don't spend more than 45 minutes in bed when you're not sleeping. No, but then the sun's coming up. What am I gonna fucking do, right? And the sun comes up. Ever consider that one, smart guy? But, how do I fit in the gym? I either do them during the day or really late at night. But honestly, you know, like sometimes I go to the gym and I'm there and there's 2 people there and they just smell. I say, why do they smell like that? Why do you smell like that? And then I wipe my equipment and I sit on it and I basically wait for them to leave because their vibe is completely out of whack and I don't want to fucking start lifting until they fucking leave the gym. And I have it to myself. There's just some bad vibes. There's always bad vibes at the gym, you know? I could always tell what a bad vibe is. And, yeah, the worst thing you could be is someone who smells bad at the gym. It's just fucking disgusting. It's absolutely despicable, right? You're the one that doesn't wear deodorant? Because I naturally smell good, right? I have the fucking pheromonal smell that is inherently attractive. Look it up, National Geographic. Look it up. Look it up, it's science. Ah. See? I'm potent. Smell it. Jackson's coming back in 5 days. Okay, he's coming back in 5 days. So that's good news. I think part of the reason I've been lacking these past 2 weeks is I'm using Jackson's ban as a form of laziness. I'm like, well, Jackson's banned, so I may as well. No, I'm just kidding. But it is part of it. It is kind of like that I'm demoralized and I'm like, ah, fuck. Yeah, it is a problem. It has discouraged me a lot. And it pisses me off so much. I'm really so fucking pissed about it still. I'm still so fucking pissed about it. But, again, I keep repeating this, but Jackson's bans, they just tell me, like, fuck. How could I mean, if I got... I feel like if I got to 40,000 subscribers... the government will try to fucking JFK me, you know? I honestly feel like if I will not make it to 100K alive, I just won't. Guys, and by the way, all your favorite content creators who are political, just put But listen, I know Jackson. We are not. I know Jackson. Okay, I know him in person. Spent 45 days with him. He's just like me. We are literally normal guys. We're just normal dudes. All right, we're normal dudes. Okay. So, if normal dudes are not supposed to make it, all right, you got to have some federal connections or backing from the government or from some who God knows who to make it on YouTube. I honestly, bro, like Hakeem. Yeah, I like watching Hakeem. Hakeem wouldn't be fucking big if he was a threat to anyone. All right, if Hakeem was a fucking challenge to the status quo, he would have been banned like Jackson. Has Hakeem ever gotten a strike? I don't think he has. You know, they prop these people up for a reason. I know Jackson in person. We're literally normal dudes. I've been to his setup, his old one. He got a new setup. I went to his old one. I was there. I streamed there. I saw how everything works. Dude is literally just like me, except younger and better looking and with a better hairline and taller. But beyond that, we're like normal dudes. We don't have sketchy connections, right? We literally would sit together, smoke cigars, and exchange our ideas, okay? That's where this whole fucking thing comes from. That's where this shit we're literally just dudes being on the fucking camera on the computer. That's literally all we're doing, okay? And dudes like us, when we get big, the hammer comes down. We get fucking banned, all right? We're not like Hakeem. Can you sit down with Hakeem and smoke a cigar? Has anyone ever done that? Can you do that with Vosh? Has that ever been done? Can you do that with Hassan? No, because these are not normal dudes. These are dudes propped up. These dudes come from somewhere. I don't know where the fuck they come from. All right? I don't know where the fuck these dudes come from, but they are being propped into existence. We're not. That's just the fact of the matter. That's just the fact of the matter, okay? But I think it's crazy I'm still banned from Twitch. It's been a long time since I've been on Twitch. By the way, guys, in addition to the news that we're covering today, we are also covering some Twitch stuff because I'm personally interested in watching the debate between Hassan and Andrew Tate. I want to go through that whole thing. I want to watch all of that. I'm really interested in it. I would have watched it by myself. I'm not doing it on stream. So I actually am really curious about that. I'm going to watch that and react to that today as well on stream. But which is Gamer HQ. Yeah, people always do this thing where they're like, "You're a Twitch streamer. You're a Twitch streamer." It's supposed to be fucking demeaning and shit. Guys, being a Twitch streamer is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. It is pretty fun being a Twitch streamer. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, it's pretty fun being a Twitch streamer when you're like me, Jackson, or Zerka. When you're like one of us, probably even Slicker too. Fuck it, right? When you're one of us, when you're one of the boys, and you're not a fucking like cuck, you're not like some fucking lib cuck or whatever. We have so much fun. We have so much fun. It is a lot of fun being a Twitch streamer. It is a lot of fun. Probably easily the most fun I've ever had in my life. Easily the most fun. And I'm not even talking about online. I'm talking about what we do offline. We have a lot of fun with other streamers. A lot of fun. It is a very, but we're basically like fucking losers though, right? We're basically like losers because Twitch, full of all these fucking gamers, right? All these like socially awkward, like nerdy gamers and shit. Thank you so much.
Please never stop doing what you do. Love you, us. I gotta go to bed, but just wanted to send some support.
Oh, thank you,
Mega
man.
Tankies rise up.
Thank you for your support, and I'll give you a little bedtime kiss for the 5. How about that? All right, ready? I'm not gonna fucking do that. What do you think I am? But thank you for the 5. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Anyway, guys. It's because Twitch is full of all these super socially awkward fucking like lib fucking nerds and shit, right? So when you put people like Zerka especially, but also me and Jackson in that environment, like we're apex predators. You know, it's not even fair. And we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun, all right? And there's almost no others. Bro, I wish they banned me. They banned me from that. I can't do that anymore. I can't have that fun that I used to have. But it's just such a shame. It is such a sadness. It is such a sadness. I feel like we have more fun than the top streamers do. You know, I feel like we have more fun than XQC. Yeah, definitely we have more fun than XQC. We have more fun than fucking Hassan and all them people, you know? And the reason we do is because we have no rules. We're not bound. We're literally... You know how it's fun? Let me explain it like this, right? Imagine you're in the Matrix, but you took the red pill. So now you have fucking superpowers and shit and you can fly. That's how much fun it is to be a fucking toxic male on Twitch. That's how fun it is, all right? And dude, no, I don't know. Don't hold me to this Andrew Tate guy. I don't know if he murdered people or some shit in his past, but that's why Andrew Tate is doing so well on Twitch, because it's literally that easy. It's like he's an invasive species. He's going on. We're not supposed to be on Twitch, all right? At least people like me are not supposed to be on Twitch. We're not. It's not even fair. But it was some of the most fun I've ever had. And that's the only sad... But, you know, the thing is, guys, there's a reason I got banned when I did. Because eventually it got boring, right? Eventually it got boring. You spend 45 days in LA, go to Austin, and shit just gets old. It just gets old, and you don't give a fuck anymore. You're just like, all right, I had my fun. Ban me now. It's like, it's not something you want to, I don't know, you know? I just like, I had my fun, and then I was kind of bored of it, and I was like, you know what? Putin is good, bitch. I had the fucking Donetsk and Lugansk flags. Bro. It was a big middle finger to the whole world. I am just smiling that it happened, all right? My last Twitch streams, like the month or two before I got banned, after Russia's invasion, that will go down as the most legendary, fucking most hilarious shit of all time. The fact that was... I proved them all wrong. I proved it wrong. I said... Oh, you're saying you're just banning hate speech and you're just banning harmful medical misinformation? I'm going to put Putin is good on my shit. I'm going to prove that you're going to ban people just out of ideology and no other reason. I'm going to prove you will ban someone who's not engaging in hate speech, who's not endangering anyone, right? But you're just going to ban them out of fucking ideological repression. I'm glad I fucking proved that. I'm the only one who proved. Everyone else who's ever gotten banned on Twitch, there was like some other legitimate excuse. Oh, you're promoting violence. You're promoting hate speech. You're promoting medical misinformation. And there was always like an excuse, right? I wanted to prove. I just like Putin. I like Putin. I like Putin. You're going to ban me because I like Putin? Yay! Listen, after I started doing the Russia streams, this is how much more funny Twitch... I'm so glad I'm in and out. Twitch was an in and out operation, I'll tell you why. Because after I did the Russia streams, everyone on Twitch, you'd think all the clout I got would have helped me. It didn't. Everyone fucking just like excommunicated me. They're just like, huh? That guy's like scary. he makes me uncomfortable because like Russia's and like now they wouldn't give a fuck because enough time has passed. Like I was right there, yeah, Russia, and I was right there at the time. So I scared the shit out of the whole Twitch community. I scared the shit out of the whole Twitch community. You know, all these Twitch e-girls and shit. Before the Russia shit, it's a really fun time, right? After the Russia stuff, it becomes interesting, right? Oh yeah, I mean, no, that goes without saying. I'm gonna list the OGs of Twitch who always had my back despite everything. And I'm gonna only be referring to streamers, all right? So I'm not gonna be referring to other people, just streamers on Twitch. Ready? Okay, obviously Zerka, right? Obviously Zerka. Slicker. Mini. Vi. Okay, Viok. Vi. OG. Okay. And then let me think about the others. Bullet as well. Anna, yeah. No, yeah, to be fair, yeah, her too. She has always been supportive of me. Forky, yeah, Forky. Canute. Yeah, Canute was cool. Cutebot. Yeah, she was. She was cool. Yeah. Cutebot always... She was based. Because she didn't give a fuck about politics. She literally let me say Putin is good on her stream. And I didn't even want... Oh yeah, Nikita Liga. That fucking guy, yeah. The Romanian communist, Nikita Liga. Shout out Nikita Liga. Yeah, he was definitely a huge supporter. But yeah, Kiana, she like didn't give a fuck about politics. And I didn't want to talk about politics, but she pressed me on it. And I was like, oh, I just think Putin is good, right? But yeah. Super supportive. In the best... In the... not on the best way. In the most way that she could have been. Most supportive. And then... Who else? Who else am I leaving out? There were others. There were others.
Base.
Thank you so much, Love Tony. Appreciate you. There were others. There was a lot of others. But I think it was destined to happen that I got banned on Twitch. And then if I get unbanned on Twitch, I don't know. CTV was cool. He was cool. That guy was cool. I like that guy. But there were also a lot of weird glowies on Twitch, you know? Like when I first started on Twitch, I debated Sansol and Dylan Burns. First thing that happens is we get raided with swastikas and N-words in our chat. And then the fucking thing where like they put the swastika on my stream because I didn't even know how to stream that well. And then I got banned for 7 days. That shit was so fucking weird. So fucking weird, right? That was so weird. But now I am persona non grata because I'm a Putin supporter. And I'm persona non grata on Twitch.tv. I am not permitted to be allowed.
Have you considered Odyssey if you are nuked?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I am persona non grata on Twitch. I am not allowed. Paz is not allowed here. He supported Putin and Russia, and he makes me uncomfortable. Okay? He makes me uncomfortable. He has a big beard, and he's toxic, and he's not allowed on Twitch. Anyway, do I have regrets? I don't. I don't have any regrets. That's the truth. I don't. I had a lot of fun on Twitch. Look, as much as Twitch, was just miserable sometimes, at the end of the day, I had a lot of fun. But I'm getting older now. I'm 26. I don't know if that kind of stuff is for me anymore. If I got unbanned from Twitch, I think the only way I'd ever go back is normie content, I'd be doing like Aiden Ross kind of stuff and also GTA streams. But that's not a profession. I don't think it's a profession for me. I just don't. And when I did get banned, it was almost kind of a relief. But dude, I got banned from everything, man. I got banned from Streamlabs. I got banned from Stream Elements. It ain't easy being a multipolarity Marxist Leninist in the age of multipolarity. It ain't easy. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. Nobody said it would be easy. It's just a shame we lost all the keks. Nobody said it'd be easy. It's just a shame Putin got me banned. They treated me like a foreign agent. Thank you so much, Janar. Appreciate you.
If Twitch does not like us, then we will be like JCVD and take the Porsche, and we will be out of here, and Twitch will see the tail lights of my Porsche.
Yeah, thank you so much, Janar. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, Twitch was not... The Twitch community and LSF didn't like my stream. How is that guy not banned? He needs to be banned for supporting Russia. Russia! It's like, motherfucker, I have always been a Marxist-Leninist in the age of multipolarity in the post-COVID world. Did you think I was gonna go soft when Putin decided to free the free world? Did you think I was just gonna be silent and be like, oh, no, I'm even at the forefront of that shit, man. I ain't never changed. I never changed. I will never change. My heart is Russian. My soul is Russian. I connect with Russia on an astral level. I have a big emotional attachment to Russia. That's just the truth. I do. I love Russia more than I love Twitch. As much as I had fun on Twitch and stuff, it was a very easy decision. I chose Russia over Twitch. I was peaking 1,500 views, red pilling people about Russia, and that was all worth it to me at the end of the day. I love Russia more than I love Twitch. So that service to me was worth it. I was worth it to me. No, for real. Yeah, for real, because I feel like Russia spoke for everybody, it's just not even just everybody outside the West, even people in the West, the truckers, the farmers. Russia's speaking for all of us. Russia's speaking for all of us. All of us whose soul is in a different universe, in a different world, right? The deplorables, the people excluded, the people who are outside this fucking fucking community of lib shit frauds, right? How could I betray Russia? How could I do that? For Twitch? I mean, me, Twitch guy. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Everybody who's outside of these globalist communities. Aiden's banned? No. 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 Fuck no. Come on. Don't tell me that he got banned. He didn't get banned. What are you talking about? He did not get banned. He did not get banned. It's just a shame. Nobody said it'd be easy. It's just a shame. What the hell? Somebody made a really dumb meme. You guys, gotta tell you about the barista discourse because it's really funny. Give me a second. I'm gonna blow my nose. I gotta blow my nose. I'm gonna tell you about the barista discourse. I really feel like I would be friends. Yeah, I like Aiden Moss a lot. I really feel like I could be his friend. If we streamed, if we were in a podcast, I think we would be on the same side. But that's just my opinion, right? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, guys. We're gonna talk about some barista discourse. That's also been a thing people have been talking about. Haas, you should shave your beard, no offense. First of all, why would I take offense to that? Second, I'm not gonna do that. I'm a bearded man. You're telling me to shave my beard? That's like shaving my balls off. It's like shaving my ears. You don't see people say, oh, shave your nose. No, I'm meant to have a nose. So I'm also meant to have a beard. Listen, okay? Listen, I cannot be clean shaven because of my skin. I literally have dry, crusty skin under this beard. And if I shave and become clean shaven, I will still have a beard of skin flakes. Is that what you want to see? You want to see a skin flake beard? Then don't tell me to go clean shaven because that's what you're going to fucking see. Yeah, telling an Arab to shave is racist. And I did shave. If you guys didn't notice, I did shave. I shaved here so I can eat. I don't know if you guys noticed. But I should shave because, like, I have beautiful, beautiful lips. I look like Zayn Malik lips. I'm like a... I got the look, okay? I'm natural. All natural, full lips. Okay, I'm a fucking prince. I'm a goddamn prince in this bitch. You understand? Out of everyone on Twitch, I had the most swag. Name one person on Twitch with more swag than me. Nobody. 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 I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran, okay? Look, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing, right? The thing is, the truth is, right? The thing is, baristas! So Twitter is right now, I'm not going to show you it. I'm just going to tell you about it. I'm not going to fucking show you anything. Twitter is up in arms because there's like a huge debate that's been raging on Twitter about baristas, right? And like everybody's It's specifically about Starbucks baristas, and Starbucks baristas are getting picked on a lot on Twitch. All right. So Logo started the anti-barista action, and it's literally not, but that's what it's being turned into. Okay, and the debate was about, are baristas productive laborers? And Logo single-handedly changed the discourse, and he put a reset button on what everyone thinks class is, and now, unfortunately for them, nothing personal, but Starbucks baristas are being used as the symbol of the unproductive. Sorry. I'm about to cry, man. I'm thinking of that meme. I'm sorry. Hold on, give me a sec. Let me collect myself, okay? Let me collect myself. Alright, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you. Alright. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Trying to find it. Trying to find it, okay? Fuck! There's 300 quote tweets. Oh, God. There's 300 quote tweets. There's 300 fucking quote tweets. Where's the meme? I need to find the fucking meme. Ah, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Okay, I think it's on Donald Parkinson's profile. Donald Parkinson. The fuck is his name? Donald? Okay, Donald P. That's his name. Alright. So it's on his profile. Alright, here it is. Alright, so this has caused quite the conundrum. And bro, poor Starbucks baristas, man. Why are they just getting attacked out of nowhere? Oh. Oh, Logo's a fucking savage, man. I'm just, oh man. So, I guess the argument is this, that Starbucks is a stupid fucking job that should not be dignified in any way, because it's fucking dumb and pointless and shouldn't exist in the first place. And that's not to hate on the people who have to work that job. It's hating on the people who are trying to say that it's necessary, right? Which means people have to work those kinds of jobs for a living. But people have made it like, okay, you're shitting on baristas now. You're personally attacking them, which is just kind of funny. I'm sorry, just because it started this whole discourse about baristas, and baristas have become the symbol of unproductive, pointless labor that leftists give too much attention to at the expense of the real working class. And everyone's been coping about it, like misquoting Marx, and like, they've all been coping, but like, the shift has been accomplished. We have changed the overtone window. The vibe shift has been accomplished. And, they can, as much as they try to cope, no one's ever going to see baristas the same way again. Every time someone goes to Starbucks, they're going to be like, damn, that is a dumbass job. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we already won. There's nothing they can say to cope. mean, they won't debate about it. They're just fucking full of shit. You can just pretty much ignore it, right? And they make the argument. They go, you guys are just saying that for aesthetic reasons, because Starbucks isn't a manly job, so it's just all aesthetics for you guys. You guys are saying aesthetics matter. Aesthetics don't matter. Oh, really? Aesthetics don't matter? And how does Starbucks get away with charging an extra fucking $4 for coffee? If aesthetics don't matter, then why aren't you drinking this coffee for pennies instead of this? This coffee is like pennies per cup to make. And this one is how much? Like $2, $3, something like that? I wonder what the reason why you prefer this is. I wonder what the reason is for why you prefer this one. Pretty sure it's aesthetics. I'm pretty sure the only fucking reason Starbucks makes any money at all is because of aesthetics. I'm pretty sure that's the only fucking reason anyone who works at Starbucks gets paid. It's not actually because of their labor. It's because of Starbucks' aesthetic. And if it's, oh no, Haas, it's okay, open up your own fucking shop and make coffee with this shit, all right? Open up your own shop. You know what? Listen, add some chairs to your house. And aesthetics don't matter, so they could be any chairs, right? Just add some like plastic chairs in your dining room, and you know, you don't have to really clean up all that much because that's just aesthetics. And put a sign up, handmade sign in front of your house saying new coffee shop, and make sure you advertise it sufficiently so it reaches enough people. That's fine. It's not gonna take that much investment. And see if you'll get as many customers as Starbucks gets. You're both serving coffee. You're both serving coffee, and serve this coffee. And just see if you'll be as profitable as Starbucks. Just see if you'll be as profitable as Starbucks. You won't, because the reason Starbucks is profitable is aesthetics. It's not labor, it's aesthetics. There's no other fucking reason why people drink. And they just admit you want the Starbucks cup. You want this cup with this fucking woman on it with the cardboard, and you just want this. You just want this. You like it because it seems legitimate and it's aesthetically appropriate. Just admit it, okay? Just admit the reason you buy this cup of coffee is aesthetic, okay? Instead of this. So don't be out here saying all we care about is aesthetics when the only fucking reason Starbucks gets a dime is because of aesthetics and no other fucking reason. It's because of their brand. It's because of their aesthetics. Look, the only response these people have is they're saying, and Hans, you're a streamer. Yeah, look, you already conceded to us, all right? No matter, you can point out streamers all you want, but you know in your head that baristas are not the working class. At least not while they're being baristas. They may be working class purely because of their suffering, and that's it.
When I was a kid in the 80s, coffee shops were mom and pop places that had this wholesome vibe. Starbucks took that aesthetic and Disneyfied it, and now young people think that's authentic.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, Chris Malak. And yeah, Logo did the Disney thing. He pointed out the Disney thing, right? And that's what you call theme park capitalism. The phrase that someone coined in the past. Anyway. Thank you so much, Chris Morlock. But yeah, that's exactly it. It's a Disney-fied, surreal experience that makes you feel comfy and cozy. And it's purely based on aesthetics. Otherwise, you would drink this shit. And honestly, this is better. Who agrees with me? You guys agree this is better? Because I think this is better. I don't drink coffee. But when I do drink coffee, I have myself some Folgers. I like the simple stuff, right? What do you guys think? I like this stuff. I think this stuff's better. If you're gonna drink coffee, drink this. Folgers is gross. If I put a cup of coffee from Starbucks and I put some Folgers, I will give you $5,000 if you can tell the difference. I will give you $5,000 if you could tell the difference. What the fuck, Jackson? I thought you were banned. How the fuck is Jackson typing? Explain. That's the real Jackson. That's the real Jackson. All right, Jackson, you're like one of those refined people, all right? You're like 1% of the population that can tell the difference between fucking a goddamn fucking whiskey or some shit. How the fuck are you typing? Are you not? Oh, you can still chat, no posting. Whoa, don't make sure it's not a bad invasion. Oh, no. Yeah, but Jackson, are you really gonna say Starbucks is better than this? How are you gonna say that? How can you justify that? I don't think it can be justified. I think they're the same. I think they taste exactly the same. Nah, they're the same thing. Coffee's coffee. It's coffee-licious and it tastes like coffee. All coffee tastes the same. This is what high schoolers drink as well to get. I have like 12 shots in this espresso, man. Woo! Shots. Open a can, take a big whiff, tell me how it smells. Probably smells like coffee, okay? Probably smells like coffee. And I think coffee should be banned, to be honest. I'm against coffee. I like cigarettes are better. If you need some way to get energized, smoke cigarettes. Smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes will energize you. Coffee is bad for you. Cigarettes are healthy, okay? And before people say cigarettes cause cancer, okay? Before people say cigarettes cause cancer, I saw that dude in Lebanon who's 95 years old who smokes 12 packs a day. So you're not going to convince me of that shit. You're not convincing me of that. Look it up. All right? Look it up. I'm just kidding. Don't smoke. Listen, don't vape. If you must do anything, smoke cigarettes. Do not vape. If you vape, stop watching me right now. I don't want you as a viewer. I don't want vapors. I don't. I don't want any vapors in here, okay? You know what coffee does? It gets you off your equilibrium. Gets you off your equilibrium. And it's no good for your brain.
Jackson was a barista and still has class solidarity. Smiley face.
True. Thank you so much, Chris Morlock. Thank you so much, Adam.
Beans is beans, brother.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, the great barista war is a discourse that was started, all right? This is the great barista war. And the question is, who will come out victorious? We don't know. No one knows. Nobody knows. Everyone's in the dark. We're all clueless about the outcome.
Smoke joints filled with Folgers.
Sriram P. That is Sriram P. BP. Sriram. Look, so it's called the Great Barista Discourse of 2022. It's just, look. I feel like it's mean. It is mean, but we need to be mean. All right, we need to start being more mean. We need to start saying, you know what? Some jobs are fucking useless. All right, some jobs are useless. And can I be honest with you guys about something? This might be too big brain. It's gonna be too big brain for a lot of people. So I'm gonna give it to you straight. So they don't make up 80% of the working population. They do not. That's a lie. And these statistics also include transport, warehouse, and wholesale workers who are definitely not service workers, okay? So they make up most of the working class, I would say, but it's probably around 50 or 60% of the working class. And yeah, they are working class. Of course they are. In a colloquial sense, they're working class. Can I tell you guys the difference? This is what I was trying to say. Are baristas working class? Yes, but not as baristas, okay? Not as baristas, but as people who have to grind for a living from 9 to 5, yes. But as baristas, no. And it's as simple as that. It is literally as simple as that. Service workers are working class, just not as service workers. Only as people who have to grind from 9 to 5 to put food on the table. That's what makes them working class, not their job. Their job does not make them working class because their job is not productive and is a waste of time and it's useless, right? But I mean, yeah, it's look, this is what I wanted to say, okay? I heard from Paul Potts sympathizer that nurses and teachers aren't working class. Can you clarify? My favorite is when some of these feminists are going, "You're just saying that because these are gendered as female jobs." You're right. You're right. We live in a patriarchal society where women are underrepresented in productive labor and women are subjected to service work, which is valorized under the commodity form by men, by male owners. You realize servant work has a male master, right? So if that's gendered female, which it is, let's be honest, it is gendered female. But you can't have your cake and eat it fucking too. You can't say on the one hand, oh, I'm a feminist who believes women are subjected to a patriarchy, and then be like, oh, well, yeah, nurses, those are working class, those are like proletarian productive forms of labor, rather than like servant subjugated people who are, you know what I mean?
Please.
Thank you so much, Savage.
People should be forced to make coffee the Ethiopian way, which takes like 30 minutes.
I don't know anything about that, but thank you for the 5. See, guys, this is what I'm trying to say. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. If you're against the patriarchy, why are you defending service jobs? You're saying service jobs are gendered female. Do you think that has something to do with the patriarchy? Or no, it's not related? You think it's something to do with the patriarchy that women are relegated to service jobs? I don't know, maybe it does, right? So yeah, that's just the truth. That's just the truth. Okay? Yeah, we know. Women are relegated to doing unproductive labor. They're like, well, huh, don't you think that teachers and nurses are necessary in our society? And I'm like, even if they were, they shouldn't be valorized in the capitalist way. Even if they were, these should not be like established jobs, is what I'm trying to say. At least in the current form that they take, which is a capitalist form. They currently take the capitalist form. So if you're talking about teachers and nurses in a socialist society, it's going to take a radically different form than the one we exist in now. Right? You know what I mean? Fucking stupid. It's like, It's like someone who's trying to defend slavery, and they're like, well, slaves are necessary because slaves produce. What do you mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's like that. And they're trying to make everyone a slave. We're all a slave. No, not everyone is a fucking slave. The slavery fucking sucks. Slavery is something we should be abolishing, right? We don't want to fucking... Like, this is what I'm trying to say, is it's like, let's say they brought slavery back, but non-racial. They just brought slavery back, but like for everyone, right? And then there's still like a working class working in factories who are not slaves. And people are like, oh, everyone's a slave. So if you become enslaved, it won't matter. No, it does matter. That free working class represents a bulwark against everyone becoming enslaved. And they have the necessary independence to abolish slavery, which slaves don't, because they're being enslaved, you know? But you know, it's like besides that and beyond that, my problem is that people, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you want a general working class movement, then you're going to need to use aesthetics to represent that general working class movement. When you're just adding up all bullshit job professions, like you're going to create these like harmless cartoons like Starbucks baristas with their little aprons and shit, and then you're going to like have like fucking, you know, people with glasses with pencils, teachers and grad students and professors and Google engineers and grad students and like McDonald's workers all uniting together. There's a difference between those actual living people and the aesthetic way you're trying to represent them. I think the actual problem is that people don't recognize the inherently aesthetic nature of what message they're trying to convey. If you want to represent people as a general working class, of course you're going to have to represent them as heavy industry workers. But in doing so, you will also be representing the service workers. Does that make sense to you guys? You can represent service workers without aestheticizing them. As a matter of fact, the best way you can represent service workers is by not aestheticizing them. Represent the general American working class. When you do that, service workers will see that and they'll be like, that's what I am. Not this fucking undignified bullshit job. I'm not this. And then, look, they see that and then the Starbucks apron wearer with the fucking hat, they're gonna see this working class propaganda as a mass movement of millions, and they're gonna rip off their apron and fucking smash their hat on the ground and say, I'm not doing this fucking bullshit. This is not for a fucking dignified human being. I'm a worker. I'm part of the working class. They're gonna fucking stamp their fucking hat on the ground and they're gonna run out and join the working movement. I'm being hyperbolic and exaggerating. I'm just trying to give you an example of how there's a difference between representing people and aestheticizing them. When you aestheticize disgusting and demeaning, dehumanized jobs like Starbucks, you're not representing the material interests of those Starbucks employees insofar as they are part of the working class. I do think most Starbucks employees are working class. They're just not working class as Starbucks employees. They're working class as people who need a way to survive and are grinding from 9 to 5 to survive. So the way you represent that 9 to 5 to survive is with a general aesthetics of general labor, which means real fucking work. Okay? Which means real work. Listen, the working class can be represented in two ways, right? Furries or real productive workers. But Hans, that's not inclusive enough. Some workers are trans. Some workers are disabled. Some workers work at Burger King.
Based.
Thank you, Jiangyu. Appreciate you,
Saying
man.
this as someone who helps out at 2 restaurants in addition to working at home, service jobs suck. Don't get why PPL are mad at this statement.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if there's a general working class, then everyone will be represented by a general working class aesthetic. You know? And I'm sorry, but LGBT people are like, they're like 5% of the population at most. So no, don't aestheticize marginalized or exceptional people because you're just. But look, can I just explain something? Fuck, I just want to explain something. Thank you so much, Mr.
Oppression manifests itself in the most varied spheres of life. We shall undertake the organization of the political exposure of the autocracy. V.L.
Thank you, mysticism. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't talking about identity politics. Just, I have an inkling of a suspicion that he wasn't talking about identity politics because he wasn't. And there's no examples of them doing that. Can I explain to you guys the problem? When you, let's say you see a CPUSA propaganda poster and it's like a person in a wheelchair, and then it's a fat person, and then it's a POC trans person, and they're all together, right? And that makes us cringe in our stomach. Is that because we're ableist or don't like POC people or don't like LGBT people? No. It's because we can clearly see that they are highlighting the most exceptional, marginalized people as a way to virtue signal and reproduce their discursive power. Like, the reason they focus so much on marginalized people is because they don't want to share power with the masses. So they just want to share the most marginalized aesthetic to basically virtue signal a fake ideal of a fucking social community instead of actually give expression and representation to a real one. It's the virtue signaling, right? And why is the virtue signaling a fucking problem for us? Because they're basically trying to say there's no general, universal humanity. It's all just difference, right? And that's fundamentally fucking wrong. That's fundamentally wrong. Okay? If you want a united working class movement, you need to represent. Listen, this is the fucking problem, right? This is ultimately what it's going to boil down to, and I've talked about this before. People don't understand what unity means. They think unity is just a mishmash of particular identities and differences. Unity is when we give expression to literally every individual difference possible. No, it's fucking not. Unity is concrete universality. You know what that fucking means? It means you find one particular aesthetic, one particular form of representation, one unified thing that epitomizes everyone's reality. Now, does it directly reflect everyone's reality? No. But there's a difference between representing people and reflecting them.
They try to unify us by differences instead of our similarities, which is clearly backwards.
You're right, Claire. Right? But it's like, they clearly don't recognize the difference between representing a social stratum and reflecting the social stratum. I'll give you an example of this, okay? I watch Netflix sometimes, and I like watching Korean. I like K-dramas. You wanna know why I watch K-dramas? Because everyone in K-dramas looks perfect. It's literally just, they don't, maybe not perfect, but they're all good-looking people with nice teeth and very few flaws. And it's an ideal I want to aspire to, okay? And then American media, in contrast, has these extremely ugly fucking characters because they want to be more representative or reflective of the viewer base. But that's fucking stupid, because we viewers who are, I'm watching this with my shirt off, and I got a belly at the time, and I'm hairy as fuck, I have not showered. I smell bad. My beard is all fucking non-groomed and shit. And I'm like, I'm fucking a mess. I want to sit down and I just want to escape from that. I want to watch beautiful people. I want to watch beautiful Koreans interacting with each other who have clean teeth and nice hair and, you know, just that's representative. That represents me, right? When I can relate to that character. That dude in that Korean show, I can relate to that dude. Why? Not because he reflects me. He doesn't reflect me. He doesn't look anything like me, right? But he represents something about me, which is my ideals, right? And that's why that can represent me, right? So there's a difference between representing people and reflecting them. Now, let's say I was sitting on my couch and I have my shirt off and I'm eating fucking food, I'm dirty as shit. And then I click Netflix. I'm in my fucking underwear and shit. And then I click Netflix and it's literally just a reflection of me on the couch. It's literally just me sitting there with all my flaws and all my fucking defects and all my fucking whatever. I would turn it off. I don't want to be reflected. I don't want to be reflected. I don't want to be caught in 4K with all my fucking 4K flaws. I want to escape that. Imagine if you were like a fat... Imagine if you were a fat 360-pound fucking guy with fucking disgusting grease all over him. He's got potato chips all over his fucking disgusting body. And you click Netflix, and you click play, and it's just a live feed reflecting you in 4K. Wouldn't that be a personal attack? That would be a personal attack. That's a statement. It's like, look at you. Why are you watching Netflix? Look at yourself. Okay? So, there's a big difference between reflecting people and representing them. Okay? There's a big, big difference. There's a big difference. All right? We don't all want to be reflected. The same thing is true for a working class movement. When you are talking about the most humiliating, demeaning, undignified jobs, you don't want to reflect the McDonald's worker as the virtuous worker. You just don't. There's nothing glorious about that work at all. By the way, I'm going to fucking blow your minds. Okay, I'm going to blow your minds. Do you think the majority of work that the working class 100 years ago did was glorious? Do you think it was, guys? No, it wasn't. It was grueling, dehumanizing. That shit, it literally sucked the life out of that working class. These people were skinny. I mean, they fucking would pass out behind the fucking factory. They're passing out on the street. Can't even sleep. They're fucking just so overworked and shit, right? I mean, it's like they're about to die, right? And yet, when you look at the communist and socialist propaganda, they're these muscular kind of workers, extremely powerful, glorious workers with hammers and shit. Why do you think they decided to not reflect the actual reality of workers? Because if they just reflected them, you're basically sanctifying and reifying their hopelessness, despair, and their lack of hope. But by idealizing them some kind of way, in a general way, giving them hope, you're giving them representation some kind of fucking way. Are y'all mecha tankies in real life? When you're going to work, let's say you guys drive trucks, or you got toolboxes you bring to work, or, you know, if, I don't know, does anyone who watch me, is any of you guys farmers or something? I mean, at the end of the day, those are not exciting as mechas. They're not. They're not exciting as mechas. driving to work, you get out your toolbox, you're an electrician, whatever. It's a daily grind, it's normal, right? But when it's a mecca, and it's this idealization, all of a sudden, you're looking at your reality in a different way. You're like, you know what? This is dignified. This is cool. What I'm doing is cool, right? And it becomes different. If I just reflected you the direct reality, you wouldn't be proud of the fucking work you're doing. But when I'm reflecting your type of labor as a mecca, and you're like a fucking mecca, and it's like this futuristic sci-fi thing, I bet it makes life easier. I bet it makes you more proud of being working class. I bet it makes you more hype to be part of a working class movement. You know, create a political movement around this. I bet it does, right? It does. Because I'm not reflecting one for one your exact reality. I'm representing it. There's a difference between representation and reflection. Look, construction workers. A lot of construction workers, there's addiction problems. A lot of people will do crystal meth. You know, there's prostitution rampant around some construction sites where they live and shit. All right, it's not ideal. Nobody's saying in real life it's a perfect utopian ideal. It's not. But why would you represent construction workers in that way if you're trying to build a working class movement? Why would you do that? You're just highlighting the virtualities that are part of the reality, and you're sanctifying them. What people need to learn is that there's a difference between the virtual potentialities that are ambiguous and the actualities. Not every aspect, not every blemish and detail of reality should be represented, because you're turning it into a virtual orientation in and for itself, rather than something that doesn't need to be represented at all. It doesn't. You're not being dishonest by not representing it. You're just pointing out how it's not an ideal. Yeah, look at how the DPRK glorifies labor. You guys think everybody in the DPRK literally looks like a Giga Chad? I mean, to be honest, they kind of are close. And that's another thing too. This is gonna sound like some crazy new age shit. The literal, you can doubt me all you fucking want, guys. We are defined by our ideals. We are defined by our ideals. I'm not kidding. When you set an ideal for yourself, you start to approximate it. You'll never get there fully, but in one way or another, you will approximate it. It'll shine through you in some way, right? We are our ideals. No joke. Not even a joke. Because we're promoting virtual potentials within ourselves that are not necessarily actual, but are still these virtual tendencies within ourselves that we're promoting and we're aiming towards, right? We're aiming towards there. We might not hit the mark exactly, but we're aiming toward it, right? That's what an idealization means. It's a virtuality. But you look at the DPRK propaganda, I mean, look, let's just show you. Worker propaganda. All right, look at this. Look at this. Compare and contrast this shit to the CPUSA. Just look.
Base.
Thank you so much, Love Tony. Appreciate you. Look at this. Look at these chins. You think everybody in the DPRK looks this ideal? You think everybody looks this ideal? Right? They're representing women here. You know when the CPUSA represents women, they make them look like really frail and wholesome and meek. Look how the DPRK represents them. Why does the DPRK represent women in this way? They do it because That's what they're aspiring towards. That's the virtuality that they believe in. That may not be necessarily the exact reality, but that's what they want to promote. That's the aspect of womanhood they want to promote. They want to promote the aspect of strength and glory, right? They don't want to promote the aspect of the handmaiden's tale and victimhood. They don't want to promote that shit. They want to promote glory and strength, okay? Look at this. Do you think everybody in the DPRK has this kind of chin? You think everybody does? No. But why do they represent people this way? Because this is what they believe in. This is what they aspire towards. This is what represents them in an innermost way. Okay? Now compare this to this. Oh my God, the fucking. Where is that fucking CPUSA? Oh man. It's so fucking ugly. It's so fucking ugly. Oh, man, I forgot it. I forgot what happened to it. It's like the woman helping the nerd guy up. CPUSA poster. It's like so fucking ugly. All right, this is a good one. This one's actually quite good as an example. So I'll use it. So, yikes. This is not the one I was looking for, but this is still like a good example of what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm just like you. Hi, I'm just like you. Hi, I'm just like you. Hey, I'm just like you. So wholesome and relevant. More realistic. Now, does the working class like this? Does the proletariat like this? They don't fucking like this, right? You know who does like this? The degenerate, decadent, petty bourgeoisie, mediocre petty bourgeoisie, who don't aspire toward any higher ideal than what they already are. Because that aspiration would entail unleashing the productive forces and the destruction of themselves as a class. This is what parasites want to fucking represent themselves as. That's why on Netflix, you watch a fucking Netflix show and it's all ugly fucks. It's literally all ugly fucking people. Why? Because these PMC parasites have foreclosed the aspiration toward any universal human ideal in favor of cozily being satisfied and complacent in their ugly fucking mediocre selves. They don't aspire toward they don't want to be greater than what they already are. Because they've already reached the end of history, quote unquote, the end of history, right? They live in the universal society of equality and discourse and democracy and suck my cock, man. Fuck this ugly shit, right? Look at this. Look at the contrast. Look at the fucking contrast. There's nothing in the DPRK that looks like what I just showed you. You will never find a propaganda poster that looks like what I just showed you. This is what it looks like. And that's true for every communist state. Maybe Vietnam and Cuba are different, right? But there's a reason why the DPRK and China are pretty much the most based communist states that exist right now. There's a reason for that. It has to do with the lack of proximity to the Western left. No, Cuba is a great country which should be defended at all costs. However, Cuba's pretty influenced by Western leftism and by European social democracy. That's just a fact. It is. It's just because the geographic proximity and historical proximity toward those two things. And that is just a fact. That is just a fact. But early Castro and, Che Guevara was based as fuck. Che Guevara was like, that dude was fucking unlimited based. Based in the unlimited sense of the word. Okay, Che Guevara was based in the unlimited sense of the word. Early Castro was pretty based too. But after the 80s and 90s and stuff, things started to change, I mean, still based, but not like before, right? Not like before. I'm also going to show you guys something. I'm not going to show you this because I'm stating I agree with it or I would ever agree with it in this country. But I seriously wonder. So do you remember how everybody on Twitter was like, oh yeah, look how woke China is and look how woke Cuba is. Why was left Twitter silent about this? A cross-party group of 6 communist and socially conservative deputies, the bill would ban public discussion of LGBTQ relationships in a positive or neutral light and any LGBTQ content in cinemas. And that's the Communist Party is leading that. I'm not even saying I agree with this. Russia's own business. I wouldn't propose a bill like this in America. But at the same time, this is the reality of international communism. And if I am not opposed to the Communist Party for doing this, I'm not. That's their right, their business. That's what communism means. A lot of countries. But why didn't left Twitter talk about this? I don't know. Maybe because they're misrepresenting the meaning of international communism. Maybe communists are not historically or even in the contemporary sense inherently disposed to what Baizwo are. Maybe that's the thing, right? But yeah, I mean, this is led by the Communist Party, right? This initiative. So in Greece, it was the KKE which blocked a same-sex marriage bill.
Base.
Thank you, Ninos.
We need to want and welcome the complete collapse of this nation in order to rebuild anew.
I like to better put it in. I'm like a Buddhist. Unironically, I just like Buddhism, but not in the soy sense. It's just in the sense of like, whenever I hear of Buddhist warriors and shit, I'm like, okay, I'm on their side. You know what I mean? In history. Taoist. Monks. I'm a monk. I'm a monk in a way, right? I'm a monk. But I don't think we should want it. I think we should be at peace with it, right? I think we should just come to terms with it, right? I hate Western Buddhism. I hate the westernized version. But when you combine Islam and the Dharma, that's a very powerful combination. That's a very powerful combination, right? When the Dharma is translated into like the Western Hellenistic whatever philosophy, it's cringe, right? But when you combine Islam and Eastern Orthodoxy, I should add, Eastern Orthodoxy and Islam, when you combine that with the Dharma, fucking base. That's literally like my religion, honestly, in a lot of ways. Some are horrible, some are good. but they are the only religions of pure being. They don't put an emphasis on will, they put an emphasis on being. That's why I like these religions. That's why I like them. So you're a Sufi. Yes, 1000%. To be honest, I'm going to say some shit that's going to get me in trouble. I'm closer to Sufism than I am to 12 or Shiism. That's the truth. And there's things... Look. That's the truth. Thank you so much, Napoleon.
Watching your stream last night, I came to the conclusion of U.S. unions. If said union stood for an up for a V-word mandate, then they are in effect not fighting for their workers. 3/4s of them did.
That's exactly it. Thank you so much, Napoleon Bonaparte. But yep, that's exactly it. Exactly it. Did you guys not know I'm a Sufi? I am a Sufi. I'm more of a Sufi than anything, to be honest. I am a Sufi, 1000%. I've always struggled with my 12er Shia background. When I say 12er, I just mean it in the sense of like being part of the clerical hierarchy, right? You know, at the end of the day, I follow the rules, like the formalities. I don't mean I follow the personal rules, but like, you know, at the end of the day, I do give respect to the imam. At the end of the day, right? But I've never found that to be enough. The orthodoxy of 12er Shiism was never enough for me. You know, I always have explored beyond the threshold of that. But yeah, I'm a Sufi more than anything. I'm so passionate about that too that it's like I really do believe in Sunni Shia unity. That's why I like Pakistan so much. And that's why I like the bleep that just took power in a certain Southwest Asian country, beep, who also were Sufis from Sufi madrasas, beep. Can't say it, but I believe in that a lot. And you could say, I feel like a lot of Muslims would not like me, right? Because I'm just one of those people who's like, you know what? Why do we have to be separate? Why do you have to be a Sunni and I have to be a Shia? Why can't we just be Muslims? And why can't we just find common ground through Sufism, right? Why can't we just all be Muslims? Why do we have to have this division, you know? We can all honor and venerate the Prophet's family. I know Sunnis do too. There's no reason Sunnis shouldn't venerate the Prophet's family. They do venerate the Prophet's family, right? I have a very close emotional attachment to the memory of Hussein. It's a very foundational thing for me, for my consciousness, and every Shia that I know, right? But at the end of the day, that's not enough. That's not enough for me to believe that Muslims should be divided. It's just not. The Yazidi, I don't know anything about the Yazidis. I'm sorry. I've heard things, but that's a very mysterious thing. Very. Yes, Nader Shah. I'm a Nader Shah Muslim. I am a Nader Shah Muslim. 1000%. I'm a Nader Shah Muslim. But we should also find common ground between Islam and the Dharma, which I have a lot of respect for. Zoroastrians are based too. Yes, they are. So are Manichaeans. Manichaeans are based, and so are Zoroastrians. What do you think about Gnostics? It's kind of vague. Everyone's agnostic, right? Gnostic. Gnostic. However you say. But yeah, you guys didn't know I'm a Sufi. I am a Sufi. I'm 1000% Sufi. I'm a Sufi Stalinist. Always have been. Sorry, I haven't always been. I have been for many years. That is my main background.
There is a Pakistani film called Born of Fire about Sufi mysticism. I think you would appreciate the imagery in it.
That looks cool. It's on Prime. I'm gonna watch that tonight. Watching that tonight. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I'm watching that tonight. Anyway, all right. What did I want to talk about today? Right, I want to talk about this. So I want to give some brief context. This is big stuff. Okay. So we all know what's going on in Ukraine is about gas, right? It's about pipelines and gas. So what's going on with Taiwan and the U.S. confrontation of China, if you wanted to reduce it to a commodity or to a resource in a similar way, which you couldn't, because there's way more factors. But I'm just saying, if you did want to do that, it'd be about semiconductors. So currently, Taiwan, the Taiwan province, produces 90% of the world's chips. Semiconductors, which are part of chips. You guys have been trying to get PS5s recently. The reason you haven't gotten any is because there's a semiconductor shortage, okay? And the reason the United States fears an invasion of the Taiwan province by the Beijing government is because that would effectively place control over 90% of the world's supply of semiconductors in the hands of the People's Republic of China, which would presumably give China a lot of leverage. Now, I'm not actually sure how that would work, even because of the whole one country, multiple systems model. I'm not sure if China would take control of anything. I think China's just trying to secure the sovereignty of China vis-a-vis the West. They just don't. It's not that the Beijing government wants to control Taiwan or Hong Kong, as much as they want to prevent the West from controlling it, right? One of those things. Anyway, another thing the United States has been trying to do is sanction the fuck out of China to prevent them from developing their own domestic semiconductor industry, okay? And for a long time, China has not caught up with Taiwan in terms of being able to produce its own semiconductors, giving Taiwan a huge monopoly and making China dependent on other countries. China's become very autocratic for most, I think for most of its technology, right? But semiconductors have been one of the things that China has not, and the US isn't either. We don't produce our own either, right? All happens in Taiwan. 90% of it. But China wants to change that and have its own independent foothold in the semiconductor industry, chip manufacturing industry. Well, get this. Just recently, okay? And I want to give you a brief idea where we're at. So right now, chips, the bigger NM number, it denotes like more primitive, right? So 10 NM chips or 12 NM chips, that was like 2000 before 2016 in your smartphones, pretty much, right? Right now, if you get the latest smartphones, you're about at 5 NM, right? So get this. China's state-owned manufacturer, chip maker, has done what not even American manufacturers can accomplish. Ready? China's top chip maker achieves breakthrough despite US sanctions. SMIC has started shipping 7 nanometer chips, and Tech Insight says, and US suppliers need licenses to ship most advanced gear to SMIC. Okay? So look what this is done. This has led to emergency things in Congress where they're trying to propose bills. Let me find it. So the Senate advances more than $50 billion to boost U.S. semiconductor production, and a really big emergency response in response to this news. So the Senate on Tuesday voted to advance a slimmed-down version of its bill designed to boost U.S. semiconductor competition with China. Right? China is ahead of the U.S. right now. The U.S. is still relying on Taiwan, right? So they've decided to invest $50 billion, right? If the U.S. lost access to advanced semiconductors, none made in the U.S. in the first year, so China might be able to do that. If China takes Taiwan and starts to get a foothold in the semiconductor industry domestically, and U.S. manufacturers start to become dependent on China, we would not be able to bully China around because they would be able to do some serious damage to our economy. They could shrink our GDP by 3.2%, and we could lose 2.4 million jobs. The GDP loss would be 3 times larger than the estimated $240 billion due to the ongoing chip shortage. So the legislation is $52 billion to rebuild domestic chip production and tax breaks to encourage the construction of plants based in the US. And I don't think it's going to fucking work. I don't think it's going to work because China doesn't just throw money at problems. It has an actual national plan, state plan, very methodical plan to do things like this. They don't just throw money at problems like we do, right? I don't think this is going to work, is what I'm trying to say. And the House conservatives criticize it as a fake China bill, right? The largest bloc of House conservatives sent its members memo a Thursday calling to vote against the Senate's new China competition bill. So the Republicans were against it. They said, a group pushed back on the plan and insisted the package include provisions on the important to national security, science, technology that were cut out. They're calling it a fake so-called China bill, laying out a series of provisions the group takes issue with. The memo criticizes the measure for failing to define certain terms, such as semiconductor manufacturing, a significant transaction, and a material expansion. It also raises alarm bells about potential exceptions that they fear could have an impact on the U.S.'s ability to compete with China. So the Republicans are pushing back on this bill. And the direct response is that Nikki Haley, she's saying that we don't need to be China to beat China. You're right. You should amend that. You can't be China because you don't have a good enough system. We don't have a good enough system to be China. Our government is in the hands of the fucking corporations. China's corporations are in the hands of the government. That's why we can't be China, even if we fucking wanted to be. All we do is throw money at problems to enrich Wall Street and throw money away unproductively and wastefully. And not that it matters, we just print more, right? China props up its industries to help the people. We throw money at the monopolists at the people's expense. We have a broken, ragged, inefficient, and incompetent system. And, let's not flatter ourselves with the idea that we could become China by passing. If we want to become China, we're going to have to do something about, you know, Congress and the Senate. All three branches of government, you know, they probably have to be amended in some kind of way, because these are a bunch of fucking con artists and snake oil salesmen, and we have a very broken, incompetent system, which is why, you know, we're seeing a very clear example from China of the superiority of the socialist system. Very clear example of that, right? Let's not flatter ourselves and say, well, we don't need to be China. We can't be China, even if we wanted to, Nikki Haley. We can't. We can't be China, because while we're sitting here fucking arguing about what a woman is, China's making scientific and technological break. I mean, China, they're making artificial suns. They're literally making suns over there. All right? We're not in the same reality anymore. We're just not. I mean, look at our fucking defense. Who is that? I mean, look. I don't know who the person is, but it's like, well, we look like clowns on the international stage. Just a fact. She's opposing the bipartisan bill, arguing that the way to beat China is through innovation and not corporate handouts. How are you going to innovate when you don't have a government that promotes innovation? We don't need to beat China. I mean, good luck either way. It's just not going to happen. China's already won. They're going to get on 5NM very soon. And, you know, when that happens, game over, right? As Americans suffer from the worst inflation, legislation doesn't ensure our best asset, our innovation. I mean, yeah, we're suffering from record inflation. We just spent $50 billion on something that's probably going to go to waste, to be completely honest with you. Something that is probably going to go to waste, $50 billion in record inflation, circumstances of record inflation. I really don't think this is going to help. I'm just going to be honest. Haley's concerns about inflation have been shared by Republicans. So, I mean, yikes, right? Give me a second. Give me a sec.
Based.
Even on older NM, they perform better than us.
Even on older on them, they perform better than us. Yeah. ASML warns chip gear will disrupt the supply chain. I mean, there's no way to make an already bad problem not worse. There's no way out. War is the only thing that's going to save the US. By the way, it's not going to save the US, but they don't even have another option at this point. The ruling class, that is. And they're not going to be able to accomplish that without your help. Remember that. So if you think DeSantis is based because he's virtue signaling on the culture war shit, good luck. Good luck. DeSantis is the next George W. Bush. DeSantis, they need people like DeSantis. I don't think Trump's going to go to war with China. They need DeSantis, right? It's been shipping since 2021. actually. And now they're trying to cope and say, oh, they copied TSMC's tech. I'm pretty sure they didn't. Because China's technology is meant to prevent any backdoors from the NSA or any of the other security agencies. Look at this. A standalone chips bill helps China by limiting US innovation. Why? China is on track to exceed the US in science technology investment by the end of the decade. Congress must choose whether to make the path easier for China. Competitiveness for years to come. Why does it help China? They're leaning toward passing just a small portion of this bill. Senate Majority Chuck Schumer could bring $52 billion semiconductor provisions to the floor as early as this week after Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo said lawmakers should cleave off the chips and pass it. Give me a second. There's shit in my nose. Give me a second. The competitiveness bill includes 4 increased emphasis on national science technology. It only okay, it's saying it's not enough. Oh no, well too bad, bitch, because the Republicans don't want to pass it. So the Republicans don't want to pass a huge chips bill because we already have record inflation, and I'm against spending too. I'm siding with the Republicans. You want to know why? I'm siding with the Republicans because if we just keep throwing money into our economy, we are just going to worsen inflation. We need a structural revolution. We don't need to just keep throwing money inefficiently at. We need a structural reform of the entire economy. A structural change. And there's no way out of this by throwing more money at the, I mean, you know what? Don't listen to me. Just keep throwing money and I'll be an accelerationist. Let the whole thing collapse. I don't give a fuck, right? Because that is what's going to happen. It is going to collapse. And I'll be here to watch it and try and grow the Communist Party to be something that'll survive the change. We need to revive the Communist Party at all costs, because we cannot prevent the acceleration of the decline and destruction of the U.S. economy. Moreover, I want to show you something.
For the last few years, I've had this sense that everything I learned as a kid about how America's government works is completely wrong. But I had no idea.
I've debated about this exact topic before, and I just want to show you guys this video to collect the W because I'm vindicated. So just watch.
How bad things actually were until I saw this one graph. Researchers at Princeton University looked at more than 20 years worth of data to answer a pretty simple question. Does the government represent the people? Now, this is what they found. This axis here represents public support for any given idea. On the left, at 0%, are ideas that not a single American wants. On the right, at 100%, are ideas that everyone supports. This axis represents the likelihood of Congress passing a law that reflects any of these ideas, from a 0 to a 100% chance. On this graph, an ideal republic would look like this. If 50% of the public supports an idea, there's a 50% chance of it becoming law. If 80% of us support something, there's an 80% chance. You get the idea. Now, most Americans would probably agree that, with a few exceptions, we should be as close to this ideal as possible. Unfortunately, the way America actually works doesn't even come close. Take an idea that nobody supports, literally nobody, and it has about a 30% chance of becoming federal law.
Remember when a certain someone said, oh yeah, our Congress is there, and the policies that get passed are just because it's what people want? Is it?
Now, take an incredibly popular idea. The most popular idea this country has ever seen, and there's also about a 30% chance of it becoming law. This means that the number of American voters for or against any idea has no impact on the likelihood that Congress will make it law. Put another way, and I'm just going to quote the Princeton study directly here, the preferences of the average American appear to have only a minuscule, near zero, statistically non-significant impact upon public policy. So if you've ever felt like your opinion doesn't matter and that the government doesn't really care what you think, well, you're right. But there's a catch. This flat line only accounts for the bottom 90% of income earners in America.
Now get this. This is fucking unreal. Shouldn't the CPUSA be on top of this? So hold on. CPUSA. You guys are always saying we need to uphold democracy and support democracy. Why aren't you talking about this? Listen to this, guys. Keep telling us we have to support the fucking Democrats. Keep saying we should support Democrats. Just watch.
Economic elites, business interests, people who can afford lobbyists, they get their own line. Look at how much
the top 10% of America has this line. Meaning, if they don't support something, it has a 0% chance of passing. If they do support something, it has an over 50% chance of passing. Isn't that fucking crazy? That is insane. That is like airtight proof. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a fucking oligarchy.
Much closer their line is to the ideal. When they want something, the government is much more likely to do it. And when they don't, they have the power to completely block it from happening, no matter how much the rest of the country supports it. They get what they want, and guess who ends up paying for it? We pay for it with the most expensive healthcare in the world. We pay for it with a tax code that's a complete mess. We pay for it with internet that's slower and more expensive, with wasteful spending, a floundering education system, a catastrophic drug war, and 1 in 5 American children born into poverty. Almost every major issue
doesn't this piss you off, guys? We keep getting told that, oh, they act on our... I mean, this is like, once you see the airtight fucking evidence, it pisses you off, doesn't it? That's literally what prostitute fucking politicians we have. Sitting in fucking Congress and the Senate, pretending like they're fucking working for us. And look at this fucking graph. What? You're saying the top 10% can scratch their ass, get anything they fucking want? We literally don't matter. The bottom 90% literally don't. It doesn't even make a fucking difference. It has a statistically insignificant effect on anything. These are the only people who affect anything. So when these fucking cocksuckers in Congress and the Senate, oh yeah, we're going to pass this bill. It has nothing to fucking do with the people. Nothing. It's for the top 10% of the fucking population. Doesn't that fucking piss you off? That pisses me off.
No matter how much...
Because these fucking cocksuckers act like, January 6th was the biggest threat to our democracy. Oh my God, we're a democracy. We're Congress. We're getting fucking robbed. This is a fucking plutocracy. We are getting fucking robbed. We are fucking getting robbed. in broad daylight. This is not even our government. You pay taxes. You guys, if you guys work, you pay taxes. And I know you probably pay a lot. You make over 50K, you pay a lot of taxes. You make over 40K, you pay a decent chunk of that in taxes. You guys are paying taxes to feed these fucking people. And look how they're fucking acting. This should piss you the fuck off. You pay taxes for a government that's supposed to represent you. You follow the law. You obey the state, which is by and for and of the people, whatever, right? And look at the reality. That is fucking disgusting.
Much the rest of the country supports it. They get what they want, and guess who ends up paying for it?
We pay for it with the most expensive healthcare in the world. We pay for it with a tax code that's a complete mess. We pay for it with internet that's slower and more expensive, with wasteful spending, a floundering education system, a catastrophic drug war, and 1 in 5 American children born into poverty. Almost every major issue we face as a nation can be traced back to this graph. How does this happen? Well, just follow the money. Right now, it's perfectly legal to buy political influence in America. Here's how it works. Let's say a big bank wants a law that would force taxpayers to bail them out again if they repeat the exact same reckless behavior that crashed the global economy in 2008. Not exactly the most popular idea with the public, and Congress knows that. That should be the end of it. But that's where the money comes in.
It's perfectly legal for our bank to hire a team of lobbyists whose entire job is to make sure that the government gives the bank what it wants. Then, those lobbyists can track down members of Congress who regulate banks and help raise a ton of money for their re-election campaigns. It's perfectly legal for those lobbyists to offer those same politicians million-dollar jobs at their lobbying firm. Then, those lobbyists can literally write the language of this new bailout law themselves and hand it off to the politician they just buttered up with campaign money and lucrative job offers. And it's perfectly legal for those politicians to take the lobbyist-written language and sneak it through Congress at the last second. So now you've got a law that greatly benefits the banks, and the whole process can start over. This is how a bill becomes a law. A special interest hires some lobbyists, those lobbyists collect campaign contributions, offer jobs, and then
How could anyone say we live in a fucking democracy? This is fucking unreal.
The laws that Congress then passes to help those same special interests. This happens every day on every single issue with politicians of—
This is democracy? How? How? Taryn Fivek, what are you fucking defending? What are you defending? CPUSA, Latin leadership. What fucking democracy are you defending? Look at this.
Both parties. In the last 5 years alone, the 200 most politically active companies in the United States spent $5.8 billion influencing—
Is this the Princeton study that Destiny talked about? What did he say about it? I'm curious. What did he say about it? Did he say anything about it?
your government. Those same companies got $4.4 trillion in taxpayer support. And that's trillion, with a T. And that's just the top 200 companies.
Because it's like unreal. This is fucking... I've never seen a study like this. That was like... Yeah, this is a Princeton study, though. That was recent.
Never mind every other special interest, every union, every trade association, and every billionaire.
No, the graph is not open knowledge. I didn't even know that. I didn't know it was like that drastic. That like literally the people makes no difference. A lot of academic rebuttals on it. Really? I'm gonna have to check that out. Princeton study. Because I like to be objective, you know? Princeton study. Because this one is recent. This is a recent one. Oh, okay. So, are you talking about the one from 2016? Because, look, here's one from 2016. And Vox says there's 3 rebuttals. Research published since then has raised questions about the paper and the findings of its analysis. They found the data doesn't hold up. They found that middle-income Americans and rich Americans agree on an overwhelming majority of topics. It means agree on 89% of bills. And on the bills they disagree. So this 10% is what would count then, right? The rich got their preferred outcome, 53%, while the middle... What is the middle class, though, right? Yeah, I gotta check out the whole debate. But thank you for pointing me in that direction, because I like to be objective. I have to check it out. Let me see when this Princeton study is from. This one... Oh, this one is from 2014. That this one is... Why is it just being brought up? Huh. Yeah, I gotta check. I gotta do research. I thought it was a news study because someone sent it to me.
Every single one of them can use their money to buy political influence. You know, there's this idea out there that this only became a problem after the Supreme Court Citizens United decision.
Rich and middle-income Americans win on legislation half of the time. That's a total of 100% for rich and middle income, meaning poor people never win. Because yeah, I think it's weird because when I hear the word middle class, that is a little weird to me because it's like the way this study is presenting it is the top 10% and the bottom 90%. So it does kind of seem that now it's shifted to the middle income groups, and it's like I don't know.
Decision in 2010, but the data goes back almost 40 years, and the results are clear.
Because let's say like if it's I have to like consult all the data and shit. I haven't done that, but hypothetically, like if the rich and the middle class agree at the expense of the poor, kind of just seems like it's more proof of institutionalized corruption because the middle class is overwhelmingly represented by institutions. So I'd also like to know what the middle class is defined as because, for example, thank you so much, Chris Morlock.
Middle class is about 35% of population as they refer to it. Upper middle class is 10%, grown significantly x2 over last 40 years. The rest is top rich. Total they say is 50%. There is the rub.
Thank you so much, Chris. Yeah, I mean, I what I would like to know is it's like a Google engineer is middle class, but so can a construction worker be, right? So it's like, are those people, do they have similar interests? No, they don't. One's interest is going to be aligned with the top, wealthy. The other one's is going to be opposed, right? So it's like, that to me is the problem.
Corruption is legal in America. And as long as it is, anyone who can spend money to buy political influence...
The rebuttals are crap. I have to look it over. And I have to see every angle of the debate. It should be something nice to debate about in the future.
The solution here isn't rocket science. Make corruption illegal. We already know Congress won't do it. I mean, one look at this chart will tell you that. What we need is a plan that lets us go around Congress and do what the American people do best. Fix this mess ourselves. Well, good news. We have that plan and it's already working. Now that we've got the problem covered, let us show you how to be part of it.
I could see why people are cynical because it's like shilling his own thing and he's like, oh, we got the plan. It's like, yeah, I get it. I get there's charlatans who pretend to be populous all the time. All right,
For the last
Okay, I want to see this
Andrew-
Hassan Andrew Tate debate. I've been looking forward to seeing this, and I want to see it.
I've seen some of your work as you're doing the rounds on Twitch here, and a lot of the things that you said that you've been called out on, specifically in regards to like women driving, as a matter of fact, are just generally untrue. There's no empirical.
These all look like kids. They literally look like teenagers. These all look like teenagers in the call. It's so weird. It's like you got like two 30-year-old men and then fucking teenagers.
Evidence to back up those claims, which is why you resort to anecdotes quite frequently and say things like, oh, well, it's just common sense, right? But it's not technically common sense. It's just your personal opinion.
Completely. It's my personal opinion based on my personal biases of my life experience. Now, when I say these, yeah, exactly. And when I say these things, X amount of people agree with me and X amount of people disagree with me. That's fine, and that's the same of nearly any statement in the world.
Okay,
I
but
can say the world is round, and there'll be a percentage of people who disagree with me. That's totally and utterly fine. I come on here and talk.
Dude, this dude looks like a middle schooler, and so does she. These are little kids.
My own personal experiences, and my experiences.
This dude looks like he's in high school too.
Men are better drivers than women. I'm not saying there's no good female drivers. I'm not saying a female can't.
No. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. There is a truth, and then there
Pew
is.
2018 study is probably the best data. Explains the way mainstream econ C-class in the USA.
Chris, if you're in the Discord, if you can, link it in one of the channels. But if you're not, that's fine too.
Is your own personal experiences backed by anecdotes, right? Or your own personal opinion backed by anecdotes.
Thank you for the dono as well.
From your own personal experiences. Now, your own personal experiences are oftentimes going to be incorrect and not close to the reality. That's why there's an entire field of statistical analysis. That's why we do empirical. That's why we rely on empirical evidence when we're making decisions. Why? Because we all carry a bunch of personal biases. And when we analyze situations, we do not have enough scope to grasp.
So this is garbage. This is shit me and Zerka destroyed every day on the Royale. These are literally the arguments we fucking chewed up and spit out on the Royale. It's actually crazy how this is like the mainstream is now talking about these like empirical evidence versus personal intuition argument. When we already settled that shit in front of like 1,000 people only. Now it's like 100,000 people. Bro, our content was better than this. Our content was way better. I'm sorry.
The entirety of the situation. We cannot comprehend it with our human brains.
Bro, listen.
Which is why when it comes to women driving, it's a funny point.
This is a stupid fucking argument. This is the glasses wear PMC argument. They're like, you have to submit to the experts because you can't trust your own intuitions. He doesn't believe in having the debate. He got graded by his chat. That's funny.
Because the truth is different. The truth is the exact opposite.
No. Listen. First things first. There's lies, there's damn lies, and there's statistics. I'm sure you've heard that from Mark Twain. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you're deriving.
You can massage. Yeah, you can massage numbers, but
you're deriving your truth from an internet study. That's fine. You can derive your truth from an internet study on a bunch of different things. The truth of life is the truth that you experience as an individual. That is the only truth that we all live within. You live.
That's true. That's facts.
Within your truths, I live within my truths because these are the truths I've experienced.
That's facts. Unless you're gonna start implementing policy that's gonna affect all of us, your intuition is your best guide. Don't fucking look at the internet for your truth. The only time where statistics matter, where we have to do studies and shit, is when we're gonna implement policies that affect everyone, right? So if you said, for example, women are bad drivers, therefore we need to ban them from the road, yeah, you need like some serious empirical evidence for that, and that's when that would be appropriate. You know, so you have to know where the practical implication is going to be, you know?
as an individual. If you certain things happen to you over and over and over and over and over again, but the truth on the internet says it's not true, that doesn't mean that your experiences are any less real.
Yeah, facts.
So if you to come here and say the internet says X, especially
your experiences can be real. You could be a statistical anomaly, as a matter of fact. You can be one of those people, but more often than not, I want
to talk to you because I keep letting you talk and you're finishing your point and I'm trying to talk. So
okay, go ahead.
I'm going to. The fact that you're going on the internet, finding some study and saying that this is the truth, especially after the age of COVID and all the fucking truth we were told with that garbage.
I feel like are women worse drivers? Or do they just drive differently? No, seriously, I don't think they get into more accidents. I don't think they do. I just think they drive in a way that we men find bad. Because, like, we always think they're about to crash, but they never do. Like, whenever we're driving in the car with a woman, like, we always feel like they just missed 50 crashes by a hair. But maybe they didn't. They're just driving differently, you know? But that's why we say that. We don't say that because women crash more. We say that because they make us feel like they're always about to crash. And they always get close to crashing, you know? That's actually what it is.
To sit here and say, oh, the internet said X.
But they don't. They usually don't. It's just, we always like, oh, we just fucking, we're about to die and we made it, you know?
The internet did. I'm talking about my personal experiences, and some people agree with me and some people do not. That is perfectly fine. Don't give a fuck if people agree with me or otherwise. People are listening to me and they're either agreeing with me or
I know, but
not.
you're still wrong, and that's the problem.
I disagree with you.
Do you want to be right, or do you want to...
Men cause more brutal accidents? Probably. But probably.
Keep speaking into a hug box where people agree with you, and
Prove to
then,
me I'm
you know...
wrong.
Bro, Hassan, like, you take it too seriously is your fucking problem. Andrew Tate is not leading a fucking crusade to ban women from the road. Just people sharing their intuitive fifis, right? You're being a nerd who's taking it too seriously.
If you just completely devalue empirical evidence, actuarial sciences, the entirety of the
up, dude.
Insurance industry that relies on making these sorts of calculations to ensure that these quotes are as profitable as possible, which ends up charging men higher rates than women, is a statistical likelihood that men are more dangerous drivers than women across the board and get into more car
he's such a fucking nerd, bro.
Accidents across the board.
This is why I can't say it.
You're going to look at all of that and say it doesn't matter because that does not correspond to my own personal experiences, then you're silly. You're being silly. You're being a silly person. If everyone thought like you did, right, we would have no scientific achievements on this planet. We would still be living inside of fucking caves. As much as I love Liver King personally, I don't think that that would be a good planet to live on. I'm pretty happy for, I don't know, all the medical achievements, all the scientific achievements that we have reached. And at the heart of
this is the most cucked argument. It's like, bro, I'm a Lacanian. I'm a Freudian. What Hassan is saying is that you have to give up your manhood and become castrated, or else you're gonna live in a cave. Aren't you grateful for all the experts and what all the experts have done? In reality, all the fucking movers and creators were ballsy, and they weren't listening to the fucking experts. You think fucking Galileo was listening to the experts? No, he fucking wasn't. He was a fucking dude doing shit because he could, bitch. Fuck the experts. The experts produced the biggest stagnation in the history of the modern era. Okay? That's the truth.
All of that.
That sounds like, listen to the expert. We're listening to the experts, and it's caused stagnation. And we're literally fucking, look what's going on right now. The fucking, everything's about to implode. We listened to the experts, and we already fucking had World War III going to war with Russia. Guys, I'm going to teach you some, there's no experts. Nobody knows anything. There's no one sitting there that knows anything. That's the truth. You know when Trump like makes policies and he's just like, I kind of feel like it. That's literally how everything works. There's no experts deciding anything. Everything is literally based on shit like that. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the fucking truth. I'm telling you the fucking truth, okay? Experts don't know shit. Experts are eunuchs. All experts do is like, there's a guy like Trump who's like, I kind of feel we should do it like that. And that's what Trump says, and the experts, they put on their glasses and like, oh, let me do the calculations. And they're like all downstream from that shit. They're like, oh yes, Trump, you're correct. We need to do the calculations for why your feelings mean this way. And like, not the creators and moochers. Experts are moochers. Creators are movers. All right, and Hassan's full of fucking shit. He's full of shit right now, right? Hassan, you're so full of shit, man. You're so full of shit.
At all of those accomplishments lies
5 months
an
passes.
understanding of arriving at the truth through empirical evidence.
You done?
Yeah.
Bro, bring me or Kantbot in the call. If you drag Kantbot in this call, Hassan's career would be over. It'd be over. He'd fucking be destroyed, right? I could destroy him too, but it'd be way better and more funny if Kantbot did it. He'd be like, empirical evidence doesn't exist. And Hassan's like, what do you mean it doesn't exist? And Kantbot would literally give him a fucking lecture and lesson on why it doesn't even exist. This dude would have his career ruined.
Cool. In my personal experiences, all of the car crashes I've been involved in, all the times my car was hit, and all the negative experience I've had on the road, women were at fault. That is, now you can sit here and say the insurance claims say that. I never said the insurance claims don't say that. I'm saying that I am not comfortable with women driving because of my personal experience. Those are my personal experiences. You can drag up all the empirical evidence in the world you want to try and drag up. Anyone with a brain knows how that aids the world agendas anyway. I don't want to go too political on a stream that's going to get taken down. So I'm not saying that I can't find a female race car driver. I'm not saying that.
That's not what I'm saying either. I'm not talking about like statistical anomalies. I'm straight up talking about the overwhelming amount of evidence that suggests that women are more careful drivers than men. Okay? And therefore better drive.
Chatbot is Zahandenheit. Ready to hand. Use without theorizing.
Thank you so much, Goldreed. Bruh. Hassan is so soy. I'm sorry. This dude is cringe as fuck.
Drivers than men. You keep resorting back to your personal anecdotes. So let me walk you through this, right?
Brother,
do you agree? Do you agree that human beings have biases?
Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Bro, Hassan is literally being a political debate streamer, being a fucking vibe killer on an Aiden Ross stream. He's literally a vibe killer.
Okay. But hey, I respected your time. Do you want to answer my question? Do you believe that human beings have biases?
Oh, absolutely. We're all biased.
Okay.
Completely.
Do you think that those biases might cloud your judgment?
It's not about clouding judgment.
Not just your personal not just your own personal judgment. Do you think our biases might cloud our personal judgment?
I think every single person on earth is biased and lives within a biased
reality.
reality.
That's absolutely true. If you agree with me on both of those accounts, you understand.
I'm sorry, Andrew Tate is 100% correct here. And I can prove it with Hegel. I can prove it with Hegel and philosophy. So, even though everyone is biased, you do not actually arrive at the truth of anything by being unbiased, but by being biased in such a particular way that it is the concrete universal of that overdetermines, or sorry, that contains the essence of the truth of all other biases. So you cannot arrive at truth without bias. You need one particular bias is the privileged medium of truth in any given context. So when Andrew Tate is speaking his personal experience and his particular bias, just because it's biased does not mean it is arbitrary or, better put, unlawful. It is still following laws that can be related to by other people, and which can therefore inhere a universal truth. So what Hassan's saying is fucking stupid. You can't actually abstract yourself from your bias. Empirical science cannot accomplish this either, by the way. Empirical science cannot abstract itself from bias. No one can actually abstract themselves from bias. So the only way you can actually arrive at truth is through bias. Through a particular type of bias, right? Specifically. And that bias is not going to be impersonal, right? There is no reality that is strictly impersonal. So Hassan is fucking full of shit. Full of shit. Also, there's a great deal more meaning in terms of what Tate is trying to say than just an empirical statement. He's not making reference to an impersonal, empirical reality. He's making reference to a relational reality that contains a meaning, not about some impersonal object, but about a relation, right? He's trying to say, for example, that all the truth of what Andrew Tate is saying could very well be not necessarily that women are empirically worse drivers, just that we as men experience them as worse drivers, but we're too scared to say this because of political correctness. That may very well be the actual meaning he's trying to convey. Reducing that to empirical, an empirical claim is just fucking robotic and stupid. Thank you so much, Jay Grimes.
The
Appreciate
admission
you.
of bias is explicit in empiricist methodology. Race is the most glaring example.
Yeah, thank you so much, Grimes. Thank you so much.
Your anecdotes, your own personal accumulation of information is going to be clouded by your own personal biases. So you're not going to be able to assess the information adequately in the same way that empirical evidence would. This is precisely why we look at data rather than make arguments around our... Wait, let me finish. Come on.
I understand what you're saying.
But this is precisely why we do that.
Only if you're relating to reality in an impersonal way should you make reference to impersonal data. It's that fucking simple. Like, for example, if you're in a fucking conversation with your friends and y'all are just like, man, I'm sick of all these fat people. Why do these fat people always breathe so heavy? And it's like, actually, according to statistics, you're completely negating the meaning of what they're actually trying to say, which is within a specific and limited sphere of experience. I'll give you an example of this. If Tate, if Hassan was right about what Andrew Tate said, then there would have been a lot of controversy about what he said that was stirred up on the basis of experience itself.
Even in theoretical
Thank
physics,
you so much, Chris.
the observer cannot separate from the observed. Once you have a measurement, the observer shares the superposition.
Yeah, precisely. You're right. Thank you so much for the 5. But yeah, it's like Hassan doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. The debate wouldn't be about, is this politically correct? It would be, no, Tate, you're wrong. In my experience, that's not the case. Nobody is saying that authentically, though, right? It's not like people listen to him and they're like, oh my God, Andrew Tate, you're wrong. They're more like, oh, Andrew Tate, what you're saying is toxic, right? So that alone vindicates his point. And by the way, I'm not speaking for Andrew. I don't know anything about this guy. I just know he's on Twitch. He's triggering a lot of people. That is all I know about him. So if there's some shit about him that I'm not here to fucking run water for anyone.
Point like 5 times here.
Everyone's saying kick you.
I'm saying Hassan's fucking cringe.
You're long-winded the point. You're saying that the empirical evidence is saying X, so it doesn't matter what my personal experience is. That's fine. My point is, let me change it.
By the way, Hassan, you're kind of a coward. Actually, you are a coward, right? Because you're debating this guy who's not a debater. Instead of me, I would roll you on this fucking topic. I would roll you. You would get rolled. You'll debate this guy, but not me, because he has more clout, right, Hassan? So when I have Andrew Tate's clout, then you're gonna want to fucking debate me? Kick rocks. Fucking loser. Fuck you.
Let's say that the
Only debates people who have clout. Oh, I need to do harm reduction because I need to make Andrew Tate look bad, so that he can't become more popular among the youth. Because we want to retain our Twitch monopoly, and we don't want the Aiden Ross people to get any more popular. We need to retain our monopoly. Me and Hassan and Nick and Milena and all of our fucking groupies need to have hegemony on Twitch. Wish, fuck you, you fucking... Y'all are boring as fuck. And burnt out. Your only weapon is banning people and canceling people. Period.
the empirical evidence says that a pit bull is more likely to bite you than a Dalmatian. But in your life experience, every time you went near a Dalmatian, it bit you, and a pit bull never did. Are you going to go up to a Dalmatian still completely and go, oh, it's fine, completely unbiased because the empirical evidence says X when you're covered in scars? No.
And yeah, he's making a really legitimate point right now. No, he's so right. It's about trust. If your personal experience so vastly contradicts the science, don't trust the science, trust your experience. Because scientists don't know everything at the end of the day. They're not infallible. There could be a lot of flaws in their studies. Yeah, he's speaking facts, man. This is such facts. This is fucking common sense. What the fuck? Like, basically, if in your experience, every single day, for some reason, there's a 500-pound man with a baseball bat who runs at you while you're not looking and hits your legs every single morning, but statistically there's a 0% chance it's going to happen on the internet, I'm pretty sure you still have to take seriously why there's this recurring pattern in your life. Okay? I'm pretty sure.
You're going to say Dalmatians bite me for some reason, and I'm not comfortable around Dalmatians. That's called human nature. Okay. So I'm telling you my personal experiences, and I don't care. I understand your point. Empirical evidence says X. Women in this country can do X. I completely get that. Secondly, it's also country by country because you're only talking about America because you're American and you don't see outside of the world. That's fine.
I'm Turkish, actually. I grew up in Turkey.
That's not the point. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is I'm uncomfortable with a woman driving. And if you actually ask most women, if it gets late at night or it starts getting dark or it starts raining heavily or the parking gets difficult, they usually ask the man to drive themselves. I know many women who do that. They're not offended by my assumption. I know loads of women who go, oh, I don't want to park. You park it. Loads. There's not a bad thing about it. Who gives a shit, right? It's not even a big deal.
That is actually facts. That is facts.
Come on here, deciding you really want...
He knows it's facts. He's probably fucking experienced that too in his life. And he's fucking lying about it because of ideology. What a fucking liar. What a Weasley little liar, dude. What a Weasley little liar.
Want to stick up for the chicks and maybe, one of them will drive over to your house. It's cool. We've got better things to talk about.
I look, let's be real. I don't think I need to be a male feminist to be able to attract women, okay? However,
yeah, but you do to make as much money as you do. You do to make the money that you do, right? Get the fuck out of here.
Having said that was a funny implication. Having said that, you are failing to recognize what I am trying to say. I walked you through these steps.
Bro, Hassan fell off. I'm sorry. He fell off. Dude is cringe.
Slowly but surely. The thing is...
Hassan is like, yeah, like, women love me still. And, like, I'm just, like, a little bit picky about them. Like, I feel like eventually, bruh, he's gonna see you're not picky, dude. You got left out. Lost your window. You became fucking cringe.
The Dalmatian example that you gave is great because you are creating now a hypothetical scenario in which you want your opponent to concede. I can do the exact same thing and say, well, in my personal experience, Dalmatians never bite. Or pit bull.
That's fine. All he's doing is justifying his own experience. And those who share that experience. He's not forcing it on everyone impersonally.
Never bite, whichever one you thought was the more aggressive breed, right? In my personal experience, What if in a million times that I have bred pit bulls or been around pit bulls, not a single one of them has ever been aggressive? We will never be able to arrive at a meaningful solution or a resolution to the.
What do you mean a solution? A resolution to what? If you don't share his experience, good luck with your life. Why does there have to be a common agreement about different experiences? That's what I don't understand.
This conversation, if we're both operating on personal anecdotes and hypotheticals. That is not how you can conduct an appropriate debate.
Good. So now you're saying the thing I just said. I have my own biases, my personal experiences, and I say them. Some people disagree and some people agree, and I don't care. You now come along.
But you're still wrong, though, because I'm not operating on biases when I talk about women driving. I'm talking about the empirical evidence.
So no, Hassan, that's not how it fucking works. Regardless of what your empirical evidence says, that could still be true in his life. Dude, you're dumb as fuck. I'm sorry.
I might have personally thought women are worse at driving than men as well. But once you arrive at, once you look at the evidence and you realize.
Then you just blind your own eyes to what you yourself experience and the patterns you yourself notice that are statistically significant in your life. Like if he's saying every single car accident he's ever been with has been with a woman, right? There's no empirical study that's going to render that empirically insignificant within his life.
That said evidence suggests something else. You're probably not going to continue believing the prior thing that you believed, right?
We've went over this same point like 5 times, and I think we're just.
I know, but it's just weird because.
Bro, because he's a vibe killer. Hassan's a vibe killer. He comes and he just fucking ruins the whole thing.
I can't break through Andrew's.
I understand your point. You're saying that even if I thought
we're losing the girl.
No, exactly. I want to talk to her. He's saying even if I thought women were worse drivers, I've seen the empirical evidence, and I'm so smart that I ignore my own eyes and ears and believe what the internet tells me. That's what he's coming along.
That's not what I'm asking you to do, my friend.
I'm sure you're double vaccinated. It all makes sense to me now. You believe?
No, he's not. He's fucking quadruple, dude. Why do you think he's double? That sounds like double. He's not fucking double, dude. Look at him. He's fucking. He's on his 9th, dude. Why the fuck would you think that dude is double? What is he, a fucking Trump supporter? He's not doubled.
What you're told to believe. You don't believe your own eyes. You don't believe your own ears, and that's what you see.
Hassan and Tate both suck for different reasons not necessarily related to this so-called debate. I would pay serious money to see you debate Hassan, though.
Hassan's way worse, dude. He's way worse. Sorry, fucking Hassan sucks. Dude is fucking so fake. He's the most fake person I ever saw. Hassan's fake as fuck, dude. He's so fake.
Sit here and talk about empirical evidence that you found on Google. Cool. If you believe everything that's on Google, that is your prerogative, my friend. And if you think that makes you sound smart in the modern world after the 3 years we've just been through, to say that I read a piece of paper that tells me to believe X, so I believe X, and I ignore my own personal experiences, and you think
I'm not asking you to ignore your own personal experiences. I'm simply asking you to look at the data.
So let's change the subject because you've just proven your point.
Okay. Andrew, do you believe? Well, you didn't really prove anything, but it's cool. Do you believe the Earth is flat, or do you believe the Earth is spherical, round?
Aldi has his headphones on.
Yeah, he took his headphones off.
He gets very stressed sometimes, and
Yeah, it's cool. It's important. Sometimes you can't take the heat. Sometimes you can't take the heat, so you gotta get out of the kitchen a little bit. Andrew, do you believe the Earth is flat or round, spherical, globe?
Round.
You believe it's round, right? But when you walk outside, it feels like it's flat.
Brother, and I
it looks flat, it feels flat, but you believe it's round. Why do you believe the Earth is?
You know why this argument's fucking retarded? Because people decided the Earth was round before scientists went to space and looked at it. And that's such a stupid fucking argument. There's ways in which people were able to arrive at the view that the Earth was round through like math. Not strictly through empirical evidence, by the way, but also through a new structural paradigm which was able to move past the Ptolemaic model. Shit like that,
Is round.
Because I have personal experience that would prove to me that the Earth is round.
Oh, you have personal.
Also, you know why Hassan's argument is retarded as well? Because if all else is equal, you may well have no reason to believe the Earth isn't round. You may just say something like, well, everyone else is saying it's round. I have no experience that either affirms, granted, or contradicts that. But since it doesn't make a difference to my life either way, I'm just going to say it's round because I have no reason to think otherwise, right? That's different from the argument about driving, because he could have personal experience that may very well contradict established scientific consensus, right? So what Hassan's saying is a really stupid fucking argument. It's really stupid.
Personal experience. What happened? Did you go up to the fucking moon? Is that how you figured it out?
Exactly. I flew up into space and I looked down on Earth and I saw a big circle.
That's crazy. Okay, you don't have to. Hey, listen, you don't have to concede on that point, but I think you and I both understand the importance of scientific, the importance of empirical evidence in that one, right? Or you know.
See, this Hassan blue pill fucking guerrilla attack. If Hassan tried this with me or Zerka, it wouldn't work. Andrew Tate is not used to debating evil. He's not used to debating the blue pill fucking lib cucks, right? But if it was me or Zerka, we would fucking eat Hassan alive. If Hassan debated Zerka, Hassan would cry. He'd go to bed crying. If he debated me, he would go to bed crying. Okay, Andrew Tate, this dude is not used to debating these liberals. He's not. So he just is like, he's kind of confused and pressed. He's like, what the fuck, man? This is bullshit. You know? Because he doesn't know how to deal with these reptilian fucking lizard people.
Science.
I saw him there, and I thought, wow, this guy, wow, okay, he's going to ruin the stream. We had a hot chick. Now you're here.
Did you? Is that what you thought?
Just chill out. Like,
bro, because this is what's stupid. Like, this dude was not here to debate. He came to debate. He was not here to debate. Hassan, you're a pussy. You won't fucking debate any actual debaters. You just go to people who are just vibing and chilling and then start debating them. And then you and your chat fucking declare victory. But the only person who wanted to debate was you. I'm a guy who actually does want to debate, and you won't debate me. I don't fucking like that Destiny guy, but he wants to debate, and you won't fucking debate him. You probably wouldn't even debate Vosh. You don't debate anyone who actually likes debating or wants to debate you. You just debate people out of context. You will never debate someone within the context of an actual debate. You will just pull out all of your fucking secondhand debate tactics and use them on people who are not even having that type of context or atmosphere or vibe. These people are just chilling, and you're coming trying to fucking debate them, thinking it makes you fucking smart or you won. He's rolled. You beat him, Hassan. Hassan, dude, debate me, debate Destiny, debate someone who actually fucking debates. You don't fucking debate anyone. You're full of fucking shit, dude. You're a fucking fraud.
Look, wait, so what's up? Is it a little bit more difficult when I'm not like the traditional like SJW looking person? Is that why it feels like the stream is a little bit more ruined?
No, it's not difficult. As a professional, I'll tell you the conversation we just had.
Yeah, dude, you've been kicked in the face and stuff. Like, I'm sure you can handle little old me.
Exactly. So I'll tell you as a professional the conversation we just had. I said I am biased and I don't believe women can drive. That's my personal experience. I don't care if anyone agrees.
Oh.
You came along and said, don't interrupt me. You came along and said, no, that's not true because of the evidence. I came and said, I don't care about the evidence, my personal experience. You said, I also have personal experiences and we're all biased. I agreed. Then you said, even if I had personal experiences that said X, I would ignore them because the internet told me to believe Y. I believe what I'm told.
That's not what I said. I said that regardless of my own personal biases that I might have, evidence is still more important than my personal biases.
When you guys are both talking at once, you can't hear anything.
Bro, the reason I sympathize with him is because look at all these fucking cuck nerds in Hassan's chat. Like, oh, you're just crying, Hassan. This is a victory for soy everywhere. Soy boys win. This guy's just insecure. Hassan, he's just insecure. Bro, this reminds me when I was debating Irrelevant. When I was fucking debating any of those fucking people. These fucking political Twitch nerds. Fuck these people, man. Bunch of fucking cringe fucking nerds.
You've lost, and it's boring. So let's just move on to the next subject.
Is that what happens? You just say I'm boring and I lost, and then you win? Is that what it is?
Do a poll on the chat, and if you won, then we'll continue to talk it. But I'm sure you've lost, and it's boring.
Okay.
And it's
Do you want me to leave the conversation that desperately, Andrew? It seems like you're running away a little bit.
Oh, we're just going in a never-ending circle. Like,
Okay, yeah, we can move on from that. We can move on from the importance of science and Andrew's personal biases.
Bro, what a cuck.
Andrew, can you tell me a little bit about the hustle?
Bro, I sympathize with this guy so much. Because this reminds me when I was on Twitch. When I was on Twitch, I was kind of like this guy. And like, I was a lot of hype, and then the nerds came, and they got so excited trying to fucking take me down. And yeah, our relevance chat looked just like this. It looked exactly like this. Because that wasn't our relevance chat. That was like all of DGG and all of political Twitch was in that chat. So like, yeah, we're going to take Haas down. We're sick of this Haas guy. And that's how they feel about Andrew Tate. We're sick of this Andrew Tate guy. He never bothered them. He had nothing to fucking do with them. But they have to fucking sacrifice him to prove that nerds are the truth, right? Ain't that the fucking truth? That's what they do. They always come because they have so much pent-up resentment. Because the truth is, whenever they call people insecure, they're projecting. All of these fucking nerds in Hassan's chat are super insecure people. They're like, they have gyno, they're like low testosterone levels and shit. And when Andrew Tate speaks, they're like, fuck, he's right, but it makes me so mad that he's right. And like, you know, like, for example, they're cucks, right? They're doing the cuck thing. And then Andrew Tate's like, hey, yeah, if you're a cuck, like, that shit is fucking dishonorable and shit. And like, they know it's true deep down. But they take out all of that bitterness and resentment that they have for their own cuckoldry, and they make it into anger against Andrew. If I destroy Andrew, this feeling inside of me that makes me feel like a fucking weak cuck will disappear. So that's why they harbor all of this anger and resentment. I can directly fucking relate to this shit.
University, whatever that is, not in a promotional capacity. I know that like you're doing the rounds on Twitch, and I know that that's probably giving you a big boost, but I want to understand, you know, because you are a businessman. I want to understand how you generate revenue.
I'm not saying I even like Tate. I'm just saying I don't hate, but I do hate this fucking like political Twitch vibe. I do hate. It's not that I like him. I just hate this, you know? I hate this.
Is it okay to get this information for free, or do I have to pay $50 and then maybe get an affiliate link and get other people to also join so I can make a 10% cut off of them also joining Hustlers University?
You can find everything on the website, and you can join if you want more information. That's fine.
So you don't want to share this information for free?
By the way, just full disclosure, in my own experience, every car crash I've gotten into has been with other men. That's my experience. I've never gotten into a car crash with women. That is my experience. So just to be clear, that's just my experience. I have never actually gotten into a car crash with women, but I do understand the view that women are worse drivers, because when I drive with women, I just always feel like they're about to crash and they just get away with not crashing, but maybe we just drive differently, right? Because to be fair, I've never crashed with them in the car, but it is scary when some drive, not gonna lie, right? But maybe that's just because men and women drive differently, right?
Free right now. You don't want to educate me on that.
I don't want to sit here and spend the next hour you trying to accuse me of something.
A woman driver doesn't terrify me. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. I don't give a fuck. Actually, I don't give a fuck. But we do notice patterns, right? We do notice things. But that could just be the male perspective, right?
Some bullshit.
I'm not. I'm here to learn. Andrew, you are a brilliant mind. Maybe a little rattled. Maybe a little rattled from the numerous concussions, but brilliant nonetheless. So I want to hear more about your business strategy, if possible.
3 women crashed with me and 2 ran me over. do you mean 2 ran you over, dude? I'm sorry. How are you still alive, bro? Got ran over twice. What the fuck?
It's actually quite interesting that people who are too scared to get in the ring try and make fun of people who have bravery to try and make fun of them.
No, I
Say,
do think
"Oh,
it's very brave.
brave."
I do think
Okay,
it's very
cool.
brave.
Oh, all right. So let's not detract the bravery of men who do things you're afraid to do. That's the first thing. The
No.
second thing-
You are absolutely incredibly brave. You still might have CTE, but you are incredible.
Examine the premise. Why does it mean that a driver with fewer accidents is a better driver? A race car driver is the best physical driver.
True. Thank you, Chris, for that. Don't know. Yeah, you're right. You're actually right about that. I never thought of it that way.
Incredibly brave. I appreciate it.
I mean, whatever. It's fine. The point I'm trying to make is, I know you want to sit here and talk about hate you and try and break it down, and you've prepared a bunch of notes, etc.
I have no notes whatsoever. I'm a dumbass. I don't know anything I'm talking about. I'm simply here to learn from you.
Yo, can we stop with the sarcastic shit and just have an actual
No, I'm
conversation?
literally, but that's the
Bro,
truth.
you're being so sarcastic though. Like, why are you being so sarcastic? Like,
I'm
let's
not.
start a
I'm
conversation.
literally.
Bro, you
Oh,
just said,
come
like,
on,
10
come
things.
on.
Bro, you are. You're being a fucking passive aggressive little bitch, and you know it. Everyone can see it.
Come on. I'm asking questions.
Yeah, but you're being sarcastic.
He gets women to start OnlyFans, and then he takes a cut. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be here promoting that shit. I'm not promoting that shit. That shit's degen as fuck. That is fucking degenerate as fuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna cover for that shit. I'm not promoting that shit. But I'm still against Hassan. Because you know what? Look. Here's the difference. I bet if you asked him, you're like, yo, Andrew Tate, is what you're doing good for society? He would probably be like, no, it's not, right? At the very least. Even though what he's doing is disgusting, at least he's actually, and this is in a good way, a hypocrite, right? Because he'd basically say, I know this is not good for society. I'm just a gangster. That's why I'm doing it, right? But if you asked Hassan, yo, Hassan, is it a virtuous, moral thing to do where I should feel no guilt at all for going to a brothel? And be like, yeah, do it, yeah. That's why Hassan's worse than Andrew Tate. That's why he's worse. Because Andrew Tate doesn't pretend it's moral. He might be like, yeah, I'm a fucking dirtbag. I'm just a scumbag. Don't create a political movement promoting what I do. But Hassan is literally saying that politically and culturally, this shit is morally acceptable, right? That's why Andrew Tate is better than Hassan, undoubtedly. Unless there's other shit I'm missing, right? Unless he's like fucking, you know, unless he owns, yeah, I mean, I don't fucking know, right?
Like, listen.
Hassan, please. It's pretty.
I think Hassan would be Hanso, that's a fucked up question, man. I don't even want to entertain that. It's so fucked.
Clear that I was the better Hassan. So
Yeah, that's agreed. I agree with that one.
if
That's for sure.
if you could just get out the call, maybe it would fix the stream.
I think so. It's
Would you
boring,
guys,
man.
if you guys would like me to leave the call, I can do that. I don't want to
Hey,
be. I don't want to be rude.
I gotta get back to work.
I do not want to be rude, boys. You know, this is your stream. Andrew, I'd love to talk to you in more detail if you'd like to. I hope that one day you can educate me on your revenue strategies. I mean, it does look a little bad though if you feel as
Yeah, Hassan, you don't need to learn anything about his revenue strategies because you do a great job already riffing off socialism. But
though I should leave the call because you feel like I'm overpowering you a little bit.
You should stay on the call, but I think you should be more socially aware.
I
and
am.
understand.
Is that a bad question? Do you not educate thousands of young men about your business strategies? I want to know more.
Okay, I want you to be.
Bro, at least he's pretending to sell people like, yo, if you watch me, I'm going to make you money. You know what Hassan is saying? He's saying you can't make money at all. All you can fucking do is watch me become a millionaire. Y'all think I would do that to you if I was at Hassan's level? If I was at Hassan's level, bruh, I would be opening up chapters and I'd be funding events and shit and fucking, oh my god, I'd be a fucking lord of communism in America. If I was at Hassan's level, I'd be the communist patron lord. Be fucking funding a lot of shit.
be more socially aware and understand that
Yeah, infrared university and all this shit.
since you've joined the stream, everyone's begging for you to leave. The vibe.
And I would keep enough. I'd keep enough for me, obviously. I'm not saying I distribute it all equally. But I'd still put it to work to expand the communist empire. I wouldn't just sit on my ass and grow gyno.
Vibes down. It's boring. It's late at night for me. I came here to have fun.
I would actually do it to fucking create a movement.
You're being boring. No one thinks you're cool. No one thinks you're intelligent. No one thinks you're funny.
I don't think I'm cool or intelligent. I just have questions and you're not answering them for some reason.
No, I don't
Why
have
are
to
we
answer
derailing?
I don't hate Hassan for visiting a brothel. I just really dislike how he promotes it as moral. At the end of the day, I am not a judgmental man. At the end of the day, we're all sinners. We are all sinners. What I am against is when people say shit like, yeah, that's something we should promote. And that's morally acceptable. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, personally, I think that's my problem. I don't, individually, that's between you and God at the end of the day, right? But socially, you shouldn't be allowed to promote that shit, you know? That's my problem. Thank you so much, Bob King.
Tate has said he anti-caps for the UK to be under Sharia law.
Based?
Shame about Hassan's soy gay atheist transformation. He could have been dope
No,
had he
chill,
embraced the honorable and moral
okay, we can't, bro. We don't condone that. Okay, we don't condone that. Thank you for the vibe, but we don't condone that. Okay, you gotta chill. Chill, dude. We do not condone that. Not okay. We don't condone that. We're all here. We're not saying shit like that, okay?
I don't have to answer your questions. You're not the police. I don't have to answer your
No, not at all. No, I am not the UK police nor the Romanian one. I'm simply asking you questions about your business strategy, which you literally educate people on. I just want to know how you fucking how you do growth and revenue. Why can't I be a hustler? I want to be a hustler like you. I want to be a top G, a top bloke, a proper bloke.
You can find out more on the website. I would like the stream to get fun again. If you want to discuss this,
you don't think your educational content is fun for people to consume?
I think everyone's saying kick him. Read the chat. Have you guys read the chat on your stream?
Bro, I'm sorry. Everyone in this chat has gyno. I'm sorry. Everyone in this chat is low T and has gyno. Bro, I'm sorry. I feel like I can't say it.
You want me to leave that bad? I'll if you want me to leave that bad, I'll leave.
You're just being. I mean, listen. I'm just a messenger. But you're just kind of like being sarcastic, making.
I'm not. I'm literally not.
He's too young, but he wants to say you're being passive aggressive. You're being passive aggressive.
Promise. I swear to Allah that I want to know.
You were just saying wasn't sarcastic. Don't even. You can't even convince me.
None of what I have mentioned is sarcastic. I truly would like to know more.
85% kick. 85%. No one thinks you're funny or interesting or witty. Your little comebacks, no one's interested in them. You haven't won anything.
It's okay. It's okay, Andrew. If you want, we can have a conversation again. We can have a conversation again in the future if you'd like.
Bro, it's like Hassan is gonna think he looked good in this because of his chat. But from an outsider's objective perspective, Hassan looks like a fucking loser. He looks like such a loser. He's being passive aggressive and like he's introducing a vibe into this call that there's no reason for at all.
If you're brave enough, I guess.
HU has an affiliate program for some people if they want to affiliate, like everything else in the world. We have over 100,000 students making more than they invest each month. If they didn't make more than they invest, they
what?
Affiliate, like everything else in the world. We have over 100,000 students making more than they invest each month.
Bruh. Yeah, bruh. This shit is a pyramid scheme. Probably, right?
If they didn't make more than they invest.
Unless I know nothing about how this shit works. I mean, that's not some shit I would recommend. You know, I would not recommend that.
They wouldn't sign up. One of the most successful.
Hustle hard, man. You gotta hustle hard. It's a hustle. Look, respect the hustle. At least he's not like Hassan, pretending like, I'm a political socialist. AOC. This dude is. Look, if kids are buying into this shit, it's their parents' fault. Fuck those parents, right? Blame the parents. Where are the parents at? Control your wallets.
If the UK comes under Sharia law, it would be better off, considering Princes Andrew and Harry came from there in addition to date.
Thank you, Jay Grimes. Yeah, you're right.
Online educational platforms in history.
Are there multiple layers?
Join and learn how to make some money yourself if you want to join and have more information. It's all on corporatetape.com. You can find out yourself. If you're too cheap to pay $50, then you're a brokey and nobody gives a shit what you think anyway. You've ruined the stream. Everyone wants you out of it. So either change tune and get with the program and be fun, or keep sitting here and talking sarcastic and really slowly and repeating yourself and talking about how you only believe what you see on the internet because no one really gives a fuck. And it's boring. So let's move on to something fun. Let's get the tempo up. I've just told you.
I feel like he won this. Like, this was the worst L for Hassan.
I hate you. We do have an affiliate program. You can find out more on corporatetape.com.
Yeah. It is. So, okay. So it is a multi-level market.
Dude, Huncho, that's the weirdest comment I've ever heard. He goes, the way Hassan toys with his hair, you can tell he enjoys getting his hair put. Bro, why? Where does that come? It's Huncho posting. It's Huncho posting hours, all right? We are out here Huncho posting 4 a.m., okay? Because I don't know where that comes from or how you arrive at these extrapolations or why you would say that. But we are Huncho posting at 4 a.m. on a Friday.
Marketing scheme. Got it. I just wanted to figure out if it was truly a pyramid scheme. It would be inappropriate of me to assume that it's a pyramid scheme without having you explain it in such terms. But thank you. All right, whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm game.
You're welcome to affiliate anytime you like, friend. There's no problem.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on because this dude he's lame, my friends. Let's
All
get
right,
this.
yeah, Hassan, I appreciate you coming on. We're gonna bring in another guest now.
All right, peace, boys. Have fun.
Thank
Andrew,
you for
I'm
coming
always open to talk to you, my friend, if you would like.
Yeah.
Bro, Hassan should get checked out. I'm sorry. He's like that kid at the playground. Bro, Hassan's that kid at the playground. He's like that fat kid at the playground. He comes up and he goes, I bet you didn't know that the gravitational field... Everyone's just chilling at lunch or some shit. Eating, and chilling. Everybody's talking, whatever. Then this fucking kid comes up, he puts his fucking foot on the table. I bet you didn't know that actually, what you're actually eating... And everybody's just like, oh my god, bro, shut the fuck up. Oh, but you didn't get the calculations, probably. And you probably never watched the anime. And someone finally stands up and is like, dude, get the fuck out of here. We don't care about what you're talking about. And he walks away all smug. He's like, they lost that debate. Oh, I indeed am content with my... He doesn't understand, bro. This is the most fucking pathetic thing I've ever seen. Look at his posture right now. He actually think he won. He came, killed the vibe, and thinks he won. He thinks that what a fucking idiot, dude. This dude's like, we're gonna bring on another guest. Bro, I love the Aiden Ross community. That's why I like them so much, dude. I've always liked the Aiden Ross community. I fucking hate political Twitch. Aiden Ross, WL community for life. All right, that's the best. Jadeon, Aiden Ross, Kai Sent, Bruce Drop 'em Off. Best community on Twitch. I hate the fucking nerds so much. I hate them.
Yeah. We'll have another conversation.
Thank you, my friend.
Have a good night.
That was bullshit. I've never seen a man act so hysterical. I thought he was such a fucking big boy. What happened? That's crazy. What happened there? How are you gonna fucking talk so much shit and then cry like a baby? My man was in his fifis on that one. That was Andrew Tate, that's not good, brother. How hard are they dick riding him on stream right now? Let's hear. Oh man, wasn't that guy so fucking boring, right?
And then he thinks he caught me somehow, but really he just killed the vibe. I would have loved to argue with him, but he was so boring.
Yeah, bro, he was a vibe killer.
I'm not even lying. I'm not trying to like. This is gonna come off extremely dick riding, bro. But like, he had the same point 5 times in a row, bro.
No, man, it's boring.
Yeah, bro. Bro, I
had no clue what y'all were talking about. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
Bro, that is, dude, come on, bro.
Yeah, Show Speed is fucking great too, and funny. I love that part of Twitch or YouTube. That's the best part, man. Those are my people. I hate these fucking political people. I'm the only political person I like on this side of the corner. Like, obviously Jackson and stuff, but he doesn't come from that side of Twitch, right? He don't come from that Twitch scene. Jackson's actually a professional.
That is so funny. That is dick riding, homie. That is what you're doing. God damn, dude. Slobbing on it, too. Now I know Andrew's never going to fucking talk to me, though, unfortunately. I think we definitely gassed that opportunity there. There ain't no fucking way that Andrew comes out of that looking like the bigger man, okay? That's what fucking happened.
I am the bigger man. I came and I was like super cringe and annoying, and they were like killing the vibe, and he wanted me to go away because I was the bigger man.
No, dude, you're just fucking weird. You do not look like the bigger man. You don't. God, I hate how people think he does. I hate how his community is gonna. Because, dude, these are people who don't have social skills and cannot interpret social cues. And Hassan's just making that worse for them. He's like reinforcing this blind spot that this group of people on the internet have where they cannot read the room. They don't fucking understand how shit works. They don't understand.
Happens when you actually get a little bit of pushback. To all you motherfuckers who are worried about, like, aggressively about, like, oh no, you're not gonna be able to have that combo with them. Eat tater tot, can't handle the fucking heat.
Dude, you couldn't dude, you're so unaware, dude. You're so socially unaware. This is the most socially unaware dude I've ever seen on the internet, ever. You're super socially unaware, dude. You don't understand that they didn't like you. It wasn't because you're, like, beating them in a debate. It's because you were killing the vibe. They don't want to chill with you, dude. It's that simple. You're, like, beginning this with the premise that, like, everyone already likes you and likes the vibe you're bringing. That's not true. You have to be actually fun. People actually have to like you in some kind of way.
A little bit of pushback. I wasn't even that aggressive. I truly wanted to understand where the fuck he was coming from. He said, oh, he kept repeating the same points. I'm like, what do you want me to do? If the fucking other person, if the interlocutor doesn't comprehend what you're saying, you got to fucking repeat yourself, right? By the way, that is echo chamber shit. That is 100% echo chamber shit, for the record. There is nothing more fucking hugboxy and beta than fucking crying about it to the two people that you are literally that are favorable to your point of view and literally fucking saying like, oh, he was just lame. Otherwise, I could have handled him. That's crazy to me. I asked one question about him fucking, about whether he has a multi-level marketing scheme or not. And he literally was like, please kick him. Please kick him. Dude, it is kind of fucking nefarious though that he's like running after everyone with like really impressionable and young audiences without any fucking pushback whatsoever.
Bro, but you are not helping. If that's what your goal is here, you're not helping at all. You're like, all of those young people, they see you as super cringe, dude. Super cringe. You don't understand Zoomers at all. You know what you are, Hassan? You're a millennial. You have a millennial audience. Now, I'm not a fucking Zoomer expert, but I'm not exactly with you millennials. You know, you guys are the Chapo trap. I'm kind of in between, I guess. But, like, I'm not with you, right? I'm not with you.
Whatsoever, and that shit does suck. There's a difference between Aiden Ross platforming Andrew Tate versus XQC debating Andrew Tate versus Andrew Tate going on Bucky or whatever the fuck's show and getting hugboxed the entire fucking time, getting his dick rode extra hard. My man literally had to cool down, take off the headset, and just like, you know, take a fucking deep breath. He was like, I've made my points, and now it's time for my piece. I need a sparkling water. Of course he buckles like...
Bro, he took off his headset because you're giving him a headache by being a fucking annoying fuck. Dude, you don't understand. Like, bro, imagine you're chilling with your friends and just this dude comes and starts fucking being annoying. You know?
This and his fucking frame shatters because he's talking to a fucking adult and not like a bunch of kids who've seen him on TikTok and like him because they...
I don't know if I'm a Zoomer. I'll tell you why. Because I first downloaded TikTok once in 2018. And I was so disturbed by what I saw, I uninstalled it. I just saw these weird music and videos. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And I saw like the Tentacion shit. And I was like, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit, man? I fucking uninstalled it. So I don't know if I'm a Zoomer, honestly. I think I'm in between somehow.
They think he's fucking cool because they fall for the dumbass fake confidence act that he puts together. So the first time he has like someone who's 30 plus, he's like, oh, get out. You're ruining the vibes. You're ruining the vibes. Yeah, get fucked, Andrew Tate. Come the fuck on, bro. I would love, and he can't make fun of my looks either. So I would love to fucking have that convo with them. I would love to continue having that conversation with them. Now, XQC, I think, did a decent job, but a lot of those people don't respond to that. A lot of those people...
Hassan, you took your looks for granted. You have objectively degenerated looks-wise. I'm sorry. And it's going to keep getting worse because you take it for granted.
People don't respond to commentary. They also...
just like assume it's a fact forever and it's not.
Need someone who's like also...
take it for granted.
Exuding alpha masculine energy or whatever the fuck, because they're looking at shapes and colors. They're not looking at like what you're fucking saying. And I think XQC did a good job, by the way. He literally begged the chat to do a fucking poll to kick me. That's so sad. Here's the ending. All right.
No, he didn't, dude. Bro, XQC did horribly. XQC did terribly.
Let's take a look. Little autistic mate with the statistics. That fucking geek. I sat here, wasted 3 hours.
It's so... He said the word I didn't want to say because I'm not allowed to. But yeah, that, I mean, objectively. Objectively, dude. I'm sorry. That's exactly what it is, objectively. Objectively, dude. I'm sorry. Objectively, that's what it is.
Of my life, and at the end, I would have told you how to get the beautiful woman from Iowa, and you fucked it up like a fucking pussy. And now, the only appropriate response from me.
He said I'm autistic? What?
Okay, laughing like that does not help your case. Does not help your case at all, okay?
Is he talking about the other dude? The one before me. With his fucking statistics. For those of you who are wondering, good advice you can get on the internet from people who aren't fucking weirdo losers who portray themselves as like incredibly confident men. I wear everything on my sleeve, okay? I'm honest all the time. I tell you when I'm insecure about things, which is probably a problem because a lot of people on the internet like to use that against you. I get emotional in certain moments, which is probably not great because when you get emotional, look like you lost the debate like Andrew Tate did earlier today. But ultimately, you know, this is supposed to be a place for positivity and learning, education, and entertainment, okay? Everything that you have seen out of the left on the internet, oftentimes...
The only person I can respect who's like this, now when I say like this, I mean like, they're like lefties like this, is Wake Wilder. I like that Wake Wilder guy. Because I feel like Wake does not have the element of hate in him that Hassan does. Or maliciousness. I feel like Wake believes what he says, you know? That's why I like that guy on Zerko's Royale, but I don't like Hassan. I don't like this guy at all.
Is exaggerated. You see like YouTube videos, like SJW's owned compilations, right? You see all these different things like where, oh, leftists are looking hysterical. No, I yell at the left all the fucking time when they're like, no jokes are allowed. I think jokes are important. I think you can and should make jokes from time to time. I also think self-improvement is really important. I think that there are a lot of people who don't have positive role models in their lives. I do believe that there are a lot of people out there who need desperately for positive role models. And I think that people lose sight of progress and the importance of progress when they end up getting lost in the sauce on the internet with all these fucking grifters taking advantage of not having any like adequate rudder or any adequate guidance. Okay? Sometimes you might disagree with me, and that's okay. Sometimes you might be one of these fucking weirdos that's a 21-month subscriber, for example, who will put a tweet out there and be like, how do you feel about this? And it says, Hassan, you're getting a little fat, buddy. You should ask Tate for workout advice. If you're a 21...
Oh, legend.
month subscriber like that who is personally so fucking weird that they are, first of all, I've lost
21 months.
a fuckload of weight, my friend.
Dude, this is sad, bruh. This is the only part where I sympathize with Hassan. Because you know he means it. Bro, I don't hate Hassan, man. I sympathize with him. I feel bad for him, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Bro, if he says he thinks you look fat and you're like, I lost weight, it's like, bro, come on, man. That makes me feel bad about it. Because that tells me that you think that and that you've been working on yourself and just, bro, yeah, I feel bad for him.
Don't worry about that. I was very fat though, because of COVID. And it happens to everyone. Happened to a lot of people. But that is actually important. That's a part of self-improvement. That's the same journey that
I think this is him at his most authentic. You know, he's being sincere here, to be honest. He is being sincere. But he doesn't know that you should not say that on stream at all. There's a lot of people who will take advantage of that shit.
I talk about all the time. Shout out, I saw us on at TwitchCon. He looked good. Thank you, Knut. Shit happened to me. I can't shake it. Brother, you can shake it. I promise. Dream, maybe women are so incredibly attracted to his top G energy that they wreck every time they're in the car with him. You're falling off, to be honest. By the way, here's my Twitch Prime affiliate link. Subscribe for more top G energy if you're not a
Yikes.
beta male lemma feao. Damn, Dream was watching too. What's up, Dream? How can you disagree about empirical evidence? Bro, he literally said it doesn't matter. I didn't like you much, but you literally manhandled the tater tots. You got my respect now. Thanks. Tate didn't know what hit him. He thought he could just streamroll you, but then he realized you know his tactics. So he then resulted to saying, this is boring, chill out, taking his headphones off mid-debate. Look at chat. They want to kick you, and you're ruining the vibe.
Because you were, dude. It wasn't supposed to be a debate. If you were going in there honest, you would have just debated about common sense. You wouldn't have like been like, okay, I'm the teacher now. I'm gonna fucking like bring out the rules. No, dude, that's not even. At least XQC was trying to like debate on the vibes. He wasn't debating on like. You bring fucking all this external shit from it, bruh, and you're not gonna relate to people. You have to. As much as this doesn't sound like it makes sense, you have to be less scientific and more aesthetic. Okay, if you're actually trying to like combat Andrew Tate's influence, you have to do it on his own terms. And you have to understand the aesthetic. You have to prove that his aesthetic is cringe and your aesthetic, your stance, your position, your style, and your vibe is better. When you come out with full force with just empirical studies and shit, nobody gives a fuck about that because you can't relate to that as an individual. All you're basically telling people is to listen to authority. Oh, don't trust your own sense. Don't trust your own senses. Just fucking listen to experts. People don't agree with that, Hassan, because there's laws of the sense. There are laws of sense, right? There's vibes. There's fucking things people understand intuitively that are not necessarily like scientific or provable in a scientific way, but they still regulate social norms and they're still like objective in a social sense. And yes, if you don't understand those, that is a sign of autism. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's going to prevent you to be able to relate to like all these tens of thousands of people. Don't know what to tell you, you know? Like, so there's things that are not necessarily true at an impersonal, empirical level, but are still true at like a social, like intuitive level, right? And people understand each other on this level. Like, dude, like, could you understand anything about hip-hop culture the way you think, dude? All of the inside jokes, all of the fucking memes in hip-hop culture, would you be able to understand any of that if you thought like Hassan? No, it would all be like irrational nonsense.
That's exactly what happened. I want to see what if there's anyone who actually had their minds changed. I want to see some fucking tater tots. You know what I mean? Did tater tots actually have like an attitude shift?
Dude, you're acting like you're doing. Thank you so much, Pillow. Appreciate you.
Hassan betrayed his Ottoman roots in exchange for soy bucktooth British imperialism. Absolute beta that dresses like a band kid lost at the Gap store.
Yeah, dude, super beta. But like, you know, the takeaway here is that Hassan, the reason Hassan's so insincere and ingenuine is he's like, he's basically pretending like he's doing this out of a righteous, ideological, or worse, moral crusade, when it's very clear Hassan is part of the Poggers community. He's trying to protect his monopoly. He clearly sees that the Aiden Ross community is overtaking him and all of other Twitch's favored stars. And he sees it as an economic threat. It's a material threat. And he's disguising that in the name of morality. Just because Aiden Ross's community is more popular, he's trying to be like, okay, I'm gonna come and be the party pooper who's gonna fucking ruin it for everyone. Because it's immoral. And oh, by the way, that just so happens to give people less options in terms of who they watch. And it would just so happen to coincidentally give me a bigger share of the Twitch viewership. It is such a fucking, like, dishonest thing he's doing, right? But anyway, you know. Guys, all good things must come to an end. I had a great time. Did you guys have a good time? I had a good time. Goodbye!
Did you think about me?
What's up? Did you think about me? 2013. Sick kid. Danny. Just win. For all the broken hearts that got played. What we gon' do? We gon' say goodbye. Spending my arms with you, put my trust in you. Movie tickets for two, girl I want you, I got you. Spend my life to find you. I was there for you when you needed